time he started going off, showed you no respect. Oh, every time he used to scream on you as if you were a child. Oh, every time he didn't tell you the truth, one lie after lie. I'm gonna make it all, make it all, make it alright, make it alright.
Morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We're about to get started. About to get started. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Must be Friday. Let's get everybody in here so we can get started.
Every time you wanted someone like me to love and cherish you.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. When you come in, what's going on? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Remember, introduce yourself. Tell me where you're from before we get into today's lesson today's conversation. Come on. Tell me where you're watching from. Good morning, Fox. How are you? Hey, Sarah. Good morning, love. How are you? Look no further. I am right before you. We're going to get into it a little bit. How have you guys been? Talk to me. Good morning from San Antonio. Thank you for checking in. Remember to check in. Let me know where you're watching from. Appreciate you. We're going to get into it today. Actually, we got a long list today. But today we're talking about self-care. Ways to take care of you. We're continuing the How to Recover from a Toxic Relationship series. Let's go. Good morning, Ellie. I thought you wasn't going to be here, love. Good morning, Ellie. I thought you wasn't going to be here. Good morning, El Centoro, if I got that right. Centoro, California. Nice. If I said that wrong, please forgive me. Hey, guys. Keith K.L. Belvin here. Weeks seem to be flying by. March is on. Yeah. I can give 30 minutes. I appreciate it, Ellie. Yes, it is March. How about that? Hello from Boston. And if this is your first time here, we ask you that you check in. Let me know where you're checking in from. I am Keith K.L. Belvin, crisis specialist, human service counselor, and every Friday from 11:30 to about 1:30, whatever time we get off, we go over things that deal with you as a person and a relationship, just ways to be able to help. This is what I do. And again, I am here to try to help. And so every Friday at 11:30, we cover various different ways, like I said, to help. Right now, we're in the midst of, this is number 8 of the 12 ways to recover from a toxic relationship. We have gone over 7 other ways. This is number 8. And what we're going now is just to find ways to be able to help. Hello from California. And so we got a little bit of housekeeping, not much. 1, be respectful in the comments. That goes without question. This is a safe space for everyone's thoughts, the way that they feel, as long as you're not being rude and disrespectful. If you come in hot because you feel that's what you want to do, that's okay. We're not going to engage you. We're just going to go ahead and block you and keep it moving. But if you have a legitimate question that is connected to what we are talking about, by all means, post it. I'll stop what I'm doing and answer your question. The other thing is the hearts. I want you to keep hitting the hearts over there on the side because, as I said before, I have ADD. And the hearts actually keep me focused, believe it or not. So when I see the hearts going up, I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And my goal is to educate, to entertain, to inform the best way that I can, doing the things that I do. As I said, I'm a crisis specialist, human service counselor. I'm a former New York City educator. So I have a private practice here in Delaware, but I was in New York for years. And I am just focused on helping. I am real about who I am. And actually, some of you who are in the chat know me personally, and some have gotten to know me. And I have actually had a couple of folks who are now working with me. So I am doing what I say I'm doing. And we have one moderator right now, which is Ellie. She's going to be dipping out on us soon. So I'm going to need everybody to repost as I'm going through the steps, because it's a lot today. 16 today. 16 ways to practice self-care. 16. And there's probably more. But I wanted to make sure I gave you a lot of things to choose from on how to take care of you. So 16 ways to practice self-care. And when Ellie drops out today, I want y'all to keep putting, 16. I need y'all to keep putting them up in the list for people who come in after we get started and they can catch up. I will go back over it. Halfway through, we'll take a music break. You know that. One of the songs I've been vibing on, because it's Friday, right, is Jeff Red's You Called and Told Me. So one of the ways with self-care, if you're going to exercise and you're going to work out, Jeff Red, but get the extended mix. It's actually, and I'm a 90s junkie, so it's actually a cool song. I'll play that later on as well. Plus, I was just listening to some music on my, Lord, I don't know how many songs I got on my iTunes here. It's crazy. But I listen to a little bit of everything. But before we get into that, again, I want to say thank you to everybody that's here. Thank you for everybody that's been showing up. And if you're new, welcome. Welcome. So here's what I want you to do right now. You guys in the chat, tell me how your week has been going. How's things been going since the last time you were on with me last week? Or if you are new, tell me how your week has been. And again, welcome to be here. Come on, put it in the chat. What we do here is we interact with each other here, simply because I love interacting with you. And thank you for sharing the live. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. You guys, again, make sure that you guys tell me what's going on with you. I want to hear what's going on with you. How's your week been? Good, bad, and different? Talk to me. Let's go. Tell me what's been going on with you guys. Let me see. Had a busy week? Okay. Do you got to work this weekend? Had a pretty good week, all right. Plus today's payday. That is never a bad thing. Good morning. Welcome, Nancy. Please let me know where you're checking in from. Yeah, pretty good week and payday. That is a plus right there. Hey, listen, they got to pay you for what you do, guys. Remember, you are a professional. I don't care what level that you are on. You are a professional. Tax season. Oh, yeah, time to make that bread. And my accountant, he goes hard until the tax deadline, and then he travels the rest of the year. I am not mad at him. This week was rough for me. My after-school program ended because of the funding ran out. And that's always tough because when you got to tell the kids that you can't do this no more, they think it's them. They think it's the system. It is the system. But at the end of the day, I have to let them know they did very well. They made a lot of improvements. But at the end of the day, if the money is not there, there's not too much we can do. So, I'm sorry to hear about your children's father passing. My condolences. Our prayers go out. Hey, guys, if we can we throw some purple hearts up for Nancy, please? Thank you for sharing that, Nancy. Can we throw some purple hearts up in condolences for Nancy, guys? Can you do that for me? Very good week. Got you. Guys, I want to get into, if you're trying to come in the box to talk to me, if you're not engaging in the chat, please don't send an invite to come in and talk to me in the box. I'll just keep declining. You want to talk to me, come join my people in the chat first, and then you'll gladly come up. And anyone that's in the chat, if you want to come in the box and talk to me live, that option is always open to you. I don't push people away. What I do not allow is people to come in and decide they just want to have the conversation they want. We're not doing that. You got to offer something in the chat first, and then you can gladly come in the box. Got any better? I couldn't stand it. Houston Town. Retired captain, okay, congrats. That's what I'm talking about. Love it. But yeah, the box is on. Thank you for the purple hearts. Thank you for the hearts. for Nancy there. Our condolences. We can't do much, but we can do something. And like I said, this is a safe space, and we always, where again, some of us are praying folks, some of us are not. But this space is open to everyone. But when somebody offers some type of something that's going on with them, we want to try to offer what we can. So hopefully you will be able to find solid ground. Your children will be able to follow solid ground. And hopefully I can be entertaining, informational. We go. Hey, Ron, how are you? I am good. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. And again, guys, please put where you're checking in from, because this is what we do. And I appreciate you guys because, again, this is as much about you as it is me. I'm simply here to try to give the information. Now, here's the thing. I want to put this down because I want to let everybody know here in the group. I am going to have a private viewing of my new cover of my new book. You guys have voted on the cover. The cover designer finished the book. I'm going to have a cover reveal, but I'm going to have a private cover reveal first. And that's going to be open to you guys who have been joining me here on TikTok. So if you are interested, simply in my inbox, just simply say, Keith, I'm interested. I will send you my email, or I will send you the link of where when the private Zoom room is going to be open, and you can come join me directly, and we will have a private Zoom session, cover reveal party. You can hang out if you're drinking wine, fine. Hello from Vegas. Hello, guys. And you guys, we're going to hang out from hello from Washington State, and we're going to hang out, and I'm going to reveal the cover of my new book, because everything that we've been talking about the last 7 weeks, this will be week number 8, and then we have 9, 10, 11, and 12, are all going to be in the book. Peace and blessings to you as well. And all of this that I'm covering is going to be in the book, because the book is designed to help folks recover from, again, if you want to the box, offer something in the chat first. I will not allow anybody to come up in the box if you're not going to talk with us in the chat first. I got to see where your head is at. Because this book, the idea came from a young lady on TikTok. So shout out to Jennifer J, because she asked me what I consider talking about recovering from toxic relationships. So this book was created because of her idea. So don't think people on TikTok don't listen. I do. And every week, the reason why we're going over this is, one, the feedback that I get from you guys, the conversations that we have, one, they're saved over on YouTube. So if you missed, or you want to go back over and watch any of the previous shows so you can see the stuff that we talked about, it's always over on YouTube. This will be over on YouTube as well. So we're going to have a private cover reveal, and we're going to have some fun. Like I said, it'll probably be a Saturday or Sunday, leaning more towards Sunday right now. That's another thing. Hey, I forgot. You know what? Let me, Ellie, let me see if I can put that poll up. I know we talked about it. Let me see if I can do that. Actually, we could do it. Let me see. I don't know how to create a poll. All right, let me see. Interact. Okay, there it is. Text poll. All right. Let's see. Let me put this in. Hold on, guys. Let me put this in here. I'm going to try to create a new poll on what day y'all want to get together. What night works for a book cover reveal? Okay, there we go. Option 1 is Saturday night. And option 2 is Sunday night. Y'all tell me what y'all think. And y'all go ahead and answer the poll there. There we go. Let me see if I got that right. We're going to run that for 30 minutes. No, we're going to manually. Okay, there we go. I think I got it right. All right, there we go. And while we're talking, please tap the side. Thank you for who just said that. But yeah, so you guys let me know which day works for you, Saturday night or Sunday night, because I'm going to have the cover reveal. But I want to, hey, Closet Talk, what's up, darling? How we doing, Mo? I want to have the initial with you guys who have been rocking out with me a couple of weeks. Do it privately. I don't mind how many people show up, because I'm going to release it on all my social media pages probably the week after, whenever we set the date. My cover designer is finishing up the back cover. I have the language for the back cover. It's also going to have a playlist of a lot of the music that you guys hear me play or have played during the show. So there'll be a list of music. So if some of you want to go back, if some of you want to go back to check out. Now, what I'm working on is I'm working on getting a link where you'll be able to click the link and for a very cheap price, download all of the music that is there. I just have to figure out how I can do that legally. I don't want to be out here getting sued, but I want to be able to make the music available to you. So if you want to just swap it over to your playlist, if you're going to work out, you can do that. Like I said, I keep a ton of music on me. Speaking of that, let's go. Here we go. While I'm sitting here talking. So again, if you're just joining us, I will definitely let you guys know. It's going to be a Zoom room. We're going to get together, have a conversation. I want you to bring your wine glass. If you want to drink something harder, that is on you. And we will have a conversation, and I will show y'all the cover, and you'll give me your feedback. Don't hurt my feelings, because like Erykah Badu, I'm an artist, and I'm serious about well, you know the rest, so. But again, if you just joined us, tell us how your week has been. How have you been? Join BMI, and they will let you know about the music. Yeah, I'm a member of BMI. I'm actually, I actually have a membership too, because I'm a licensed artist. Well, I used to be a poet, and so I have a couple of poems that are there, which I get paid for if they show up in the wrong places. But I appreciate that. But we'll see, because actually he's a DJ, so we may cut things up where it's not the whole song, but play enough that people can actually enjoy themselves. Very productive week. I love it. I love it. I love it. The toxicity starts with childhood trauma that was never faced or transformed. Not necessarily in terms of the person that is suffering the trauma at the hands of somebody else. There's truth to that. But what I'm talking about is when you've gotten out of a toxic relationship. The toxicity may depend on the person who's the more toxic of the two. Yes, everything is connected back to a lot of times our childhood, and we then carry that over to our adulthood. So I definitely agree. So the thing is, how do we recover from that? When you've gotten out of that negative relationship, what do you do? And actually, one of the young ladies that I have who agreed to write the forward for me, me and her just talked yesterday. She's a 29-year, I think, Army Master Sergeant, or I think she has reached the highest position that a woman can reach that only, I think, 3 other women in the armed services has reached. And she's going to talk about what the toxic situations were in her professional life as well as in her personal life with the father of her child. And her and I are in the same business circle. And I thought that it would be great to have her write the forward, because she had to overcome the toxic relationship while still moving up the ladder in the armed services. And that really is tough. And now she is in a position to help people change their lives. We have to face the trauma and neutralize the emotion change. Yes, we do. I agree. We all have to. And that's what I do as a counselor, is to help people. Can you spit some of your poems for me? Maybe towards the end. I will. It's been a while. It's been a couple of episodes since I said something. Yeah. I look. My book is right here. Actually, I think it's. Let me see. No, that's the other book. No, let me see. There we go. Here we go. This is the very first book. Actually, my very first book was poetry. So, and then the book that got me into Ebony Magazine is this one here, From Gigolo to Jesus. But yeah, I can spit something for you towards the end. We'll do that today. It's Friday. I'm in a festive mood today. Let's go. All right, guys. So we have everybody here. You guys ready to go? Because I got a long list today of ways to take care of yourself. Now, one of the things I do want to talk about is I want you to put it in the chat. Put optimal health. Put optimal health in the chat. Let's go. Okay, Ellie's gone, so we're going to do this. I got you. We're not... Divine, I got you. I agree. But we're not going to turn this into a counseling session, only because I agree with everything that you're saying. But that's something that we can get into another day, because you're 100% right. But the idea is we don't have the particular individual that we're talking about. So I don't want to generalize and lose some of the people that we're talking about. So today we're going to talk about self-care. So bring that to the table too, because everything that you're saying is 100% right. because we have to look at, and we have talked about those things as well. I don't know if you've been here before or if this is your first time, but we have covered those things, and that's actually what we're doing now, is covering those areas to be able to put ourselves in a position that we can identify how we got into the situation that we did, and then we go from there. That's okay. It's all right. Listen, I respect other professionals. I also respect solid opinions. Everything that you're saying is true. But one thing that we have to be careful of is that when we get into professional conversations, we lose some of the people that may not catch it. And then at the same time, we want to be able to keep people's attention on it. So when they come to us for help, we know exactly what we want to do for them. So the breakdown may not be needed right now, but I respect you. Thank you here first time. Always let us know where you're coming from. Now, we lose our moderator, Ellie, because she has to take something for her daughter. And so one of the things that we're going to do is that I'm going to hold this down, but also at the same time be keeping an eye on the trolls. So we don't entertain trolls if they pop up. I will notice or figure out what it is, and we're going to go ahead and block them. Now, optimal health. Let's get into this first. Optimal health is when you are at the best place physically, mentally, and emotionally, and socially or spiritually. Now, hey, shout out from Utah. Not everybody may be spiritual based, so that's why I said socially. But when you have that triangle of your physical well-being, your mental and emotional well-being, and your social and spiritual well-being working at its prime levels, that is considered optimal health. Many of us are in two of the three spaces in a good space, and we may struggle with one. Some of us may only be doing well in one space. Either way, these are the three areas when we talk about self-care I want you to focus on as I go through my list of the 16 things, because it's super important. Because the mental and the emotional. Mental is how I think. The emotions is how I feel. The physical is your body. The social, your connections, or your spiritual, which if you are spiritual, it is your connection to your faith or to your spirituality. So there's a connection there. So all of those three, these areas of self-care are going to connect with one of those three areas. And it is important because when recovering from a toxic relationship, there's a lot of negatives that we're fighting with, dealing with, trying to reorganize. Now that that relationship is behind us, what do? So one of the 12 areas that I'm covering in the book, which we're talking about today, is self-care. Now, we talked about self-kindness, which is different. And we talked about that a few weeks back with self-kindness. Today it is about actual care. And there's a long list, and there's probably tons that I missed. Don't worry about it. This is just 16 that I chose, because, Lord, I could be here for a couple of hours if I wanted to go through all the ways that we could take care of the body, the mind, the emotions, your groups of people, as well as your spiritual positioning. But I gave you 16, so we're going to break it up. All right, so let's get this started. Got your pens? I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, number one way to practice self-care. Here we go. Hey, wait. Where those hearts at over here? Y'all playing, right? I know, we talk about, there go one heart. Really? Just one heart over here to the right? Two? Yeah, y'all playing with me, right? Y'all, come on, y'all better start tapping that screen. Okay. Number one, get regular exercise, guys. And I put that one first because it's something that we all know. Now, thank you so much for the roses. I appreciate that. Now, please understand, many of these you know, but we have to figure out why we're not putting them into motion. Okay? Hey, thank you so much for the what is that, shamrock? There we go. Or four-leaf clover. There we go. All right, number one, get regular exercise. Just 30 minutes of exercise can change your mood as well as improve your health. And this is one of the reasons why I love music, because when I'm exercising, I pretty much always have music, because I don't know what playlists or whatever they have in gyms. It is the worst music on the planet. Like, who picks this? And I don't have a problem watching the TV, but a lot of times I'm in my music. And my music I can control. And I have different playlists for different feelings that I might have when I'm going into the gym. And then there's some songs that I'm hitting on. 90s, 80s, 90s, early 2000 hip hop is one when I'm really trying to work at a higher level and things like that. So it's cool. I also listen to a ton of audiobooks. But 30 minutes, even if it's just going for a walk, 15 minutes in one direction, you got to come back 15 minutes. There's your 30 minutes. Or breaking it up into 3 10-minute walks. There you go. And a lot of people that way, Heaven, a lot of people that way. that because they need to have the settings the way that they need it. But again, one way to practice self-care, and you guys already know this, regular exercise, 30 minutes. I don't care how you break the 30 minutes up. Get your heart rate up for 30 minutes. Exercise is exercising the energy within the body. Yes, it is. Thank you so much, Divine. Yes, it is. Because you are purging a lot of what is going on inside when you're exercising. And a lot of the negative feelings that you have get cleared out. Also, believe it or not, because when you're working out and your body is now accepting the workout, you gain clarity. And that clarity can allow you to start to think about other aspects of your life when you're exercising. Because of the endorphins and the chemicals that are giving off during an exercise, these chemicals actually help grant you clarity. So you could go into a workout feeling some type of way and literally gain the clarity that's necessary for you to kind of figure out what's the rest of your day going to look like? What's the rest of your week going to look like? What's the next step for me to do? Or if you're just having a bad day, going in and getting a good sweat on without anybody bothering you in your music, in your place, listen, that is a fantastic thing. Okay, so number one, get regular exercise, just 30 minutes. You want to go longer than 30 minutes, fine, but do not injure yourself. You're not training for the Olympics. Do not beat yourself into submission. Do not think you are going to suppress anything that is wrong with you through exercise. Do not beat yourself to the point that you cannot move and now you're in a bad place the next day. And if you have not been back in the gym in a couple of years, just go 10 or 15 minutes and take your behind home and work your way up to 30 minutes. Don't say, I'm going. I talked to Keith on TikTok. I'm going. And now you're like, Keith, I'm laying here. My ankle's busted. My thigh hurts. My back hurts. We're not doing that. Take your time. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. Exercise creates blood flow. The ATP, which opens up, is the way that your body handles oxygen. When you can when you can get oxygen to the other parts of the body, you are actually getting fresh blood. You are now getting yourself to where you need to be at. So thank you, Devon. I appreciate that. Thank you, Pon. Pon's mama, this is true. I walk from home, opens up my, yeah, of course. And again, when you open up those lungs and get fresh air in, that's another thing too, to you house lizards. I have become that at times, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I just go sit out on the steps just so I can get some air. And then I'll take a walk or go walk my dog and then I come back. You have to do that. I do say to myself, keep going, God did. Yeah, God created us to go. So I don't disagree with that. But the idea is movement. Movement helps you put yourself, and that is a great way to care for yourself. Yeah, listen, let me tell you, and it's funny, COVID created that situation, Heaven. Many of us have gotten comfortable with just being in the house. Many of us has gotten comfortable with not moving because we don't want to be around other people. There is still many things that we could do and not put ourselves in position to actually come in contact with this virus. Now, I can't lie. A couple weeks ago when I got COVID, I was angry. Because for 3 years, I've been avoiding this thing. And I still don't feel 100% like myself since getting well. I'm glad I'm vaccinated. I said that before. I don't care what anybody thinks about vaccinations. I believe it helped me. I don't care what you think about it. If you choose not to, that's okay. I get it. But I believe it helped. And I just did not like the feeling that I have. And I still don't like the fact that I'm not 100% back to what I need to be. But I'm good. And I'm actually glad I'm better. It really did. It truly believed that I was a victim of that. Yeah, because what it does, it cut off our social avenues. And once our social avenues were cut away, we turned to a virtual space. And in that virtual space, we got very comfortable. I started to notice that when my daughter was home, homeschooling, I didn't like the fact that she didn't have the social outlet. So I was like, look, we're going to have to take some chances. So we just masked her up and let her go to our after school program, let us go back to school, because we are social creatures. We need to be in proximity to others. And when you take that away, a lot of negative things can happen. Now, let's connect that to what we're talking about here. If we're getting out of a toxic relationship and we don't have social outlets, that can be very devastating to us emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually, as well as I said, socially. So, all right, y'all ready for number 2? Let's go. Put a 2 in the chat, guys, if y'all ready to move on to number 2, unless you have any questions. Put a 2 in the chat. Let's go. Okay. Well, we move into that state, but we're not going to claim the state of depression. You might have just been in a depressed state. We're not going to claim the ION because often we claim things that we're not technically, and then we actually push ourselves towards that. You were in a depressed state, and we go from there because actually many of us are in a depressed state, but to be actually clinically depressed is something totally different. So I just want to make sure that because I try to keep folks as even kilted as possible. I go through the same thing in my counseling sessions. All right, here we go. Number 2. Thank you for the 2s, and thank you for the hearts. I'm not having to remind y'all as much today. Y'all getting it. Y'all getting it. See, when y'all give me the hearts. And don't slow down because I just started pointing it out now. Come on, put those hearts there. Let's go. All right, number 2. The number 2 way of practicing self-care, we got a list of 16 today, so I want to get through all of them, is eat healthy, which you know, but here's the best thing. Eat regular meals and stay hydrated, right? Many of us are not eating regularly. Don't lie to me, I know. Many of us are grabbing something in the morning, grabbing something late at night. Many of us are only drinking water when it's in front of us. Thank you so much for the paper. Oh, I like that. Thank you so much. Who gave me that? Is that Miss Coleman? All right, I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Miss Coleman. The paper crane, I love it. All right, eating healthy is eating regularly throughout the day. Think of your body like a car. You can gas it up at the beginning of the day, but you're going to need to replenish the gas. Also, water. You have to drink a gallon. I know you don't want to drink a gallon of water. Here's what you got to do, and I keep it on me, right? 8 of these, right? Every hour, just stop, drink a cup of water. Every hour. While you're at work, you would have gotten to your gallon of water. And if in doubt, there you go. Actually, I got to fill mine up. I'm empty right here. One of these right here, $25 from Amazon. If you want it, get you a little something on the side. It's a whole gallon. But if just every hour, 16-ounce cup of water. That's all. And thank you so much, Nancy, for putting in the list there. I appreciate you because Elliot had to jump out with us today. So stay hydrated. Your body needs the fluids. Many of us are in a state of dehydration, which then creates a mental and emotional issue. Stay hydrated every hour. Just listen, we all got smartphones. Set your phone to go off every hour, drink a glass of water. Do it all day. You'll look up and you done drank a gallon and a half. Yeah, you're going to go to the bathroom. Yeah, it got to come out. Yeah, the kidneys have to work. You're going to be okay. But this, again, is part of great self-care. And we want to make it simple so it doesn't become arduous to us where it's like, oh, Keith got me trying to drink all this water. I can't. Yes, you can. You can. While still having the other things that you like. I force myself because it's cold. Hard for me when it's cold, but I get it in. I got you. We need high energy food and water to speed the metabolism in the body. Of course. Thank you for the clarification, Divine. Appreciate that. But yes, we do. And the metabolism needs it. And the problem is when you take water away from the body. Hey, Sam, how we doing? Good to see you. Glad you're here. Not only does he speak facts about the ball, he does about life. Not only does he speak facts about ball, he does. Oh yeah, basketball. I've coached international ball. I've coached basketball for years, but this is what I do for a living. Thank you, B Fader. I appreciate you. But again, guys, it's super important because staying hydrated actually helps your mental positioning. Staying hydrated helps your mental positioning. When you become dehydrated, believe it or not, it is hard to think. We make very poor decisions. We get irritable. We get frustrated. And you come home and take that out on your kids. And remember, everything that we're talking about is connected to what are we doing when recovering from a toxic relationship. We want to be able to put ourselves in the best positions possible after getting out of something that we knew was negative. Remember, I'm talking about recovering. Now, if you're in a toxic relationship and need to figure out a way out, I'm here for that too. I counsel for that too. And I now have some recent clients. That's one of the things we're working on. Yes, the water flushes out the toxic junk in the body, gives the kidneys a chance to do what they do. The kidneys are fantastic filters. I taught health for 13, 14 years in New York City. And when I used to tell kids, I don't drink water. I don't like water. But you'll drink all that red dye number 6 and all this other stuff, but you won't drink water, which is water-based? Come on now. Drink water. I used to say to kids, okay, you want to drink soda? Okay. You're not going to stop? Okay. Drink 3 bottles of water first, then have your soda. If you just not going to give it up, and okay, do what you do. But drink 3 bottles to every 1 bottle of soda and you'll balance it out somewhat. Do you actually need it? No. What job didn't I do? Let's see, in 55 years, I've covered a lot. And the reason why is having ADD, I get bored very quickly. Teaching is my longest profession. I did teaching for over 23 years in New York City, and I've been down here in Delaware since 2006, so 7 years, 2016. So for 7 years, my after-school program has been in place 4 years. So basically 30 years being around kids, but I've had a ton of positions between. I've worked some jobs one day. I was a dishwasher for one day. And I asked the guy, is this what I got to do every day? He said, yes. I said, I quit. When you have ADD, this is what it is. So yes, I've worked a ton of jobs. I've delivered newspapers. I've worked retail. I've been a car shuttler for National Rent-A-Car. I could just run off a bunch, but I was a hotel manager, which I talk about in my book, From Gigolo to Jesus, where I've had some unique experiences at the Hot Sheet Motel. Hey, what's going on there, darling? Water is 85% of the body. Thank you, Divine. Appreciate you. Very true. And that is the reason why we have to replace that and why it's so important. You can go without food for a long time. You cannot go without water. I was glued to the screen watching you talk with OG and you got me here. Oh, I appreciate you, B Fader. Yeah, basketball is something that I love. Something I've been around for years. I played ball in college. I've been around. Me and Pearl Washington used to work together in New York. And in New York City, I've been around, oh my God, you name it. I've been around pros, non-pros. I've been around ball for years. That's more of like just an old hobby that I enjoy. I just get frustrated when I hear folks who are talking about basketball don't know what they're talking about. So I try to bring what I bring to the table to try to make it make sense. All right, you guys ready for number 3? Yes, the Hot Sheet Motel. Hotel Motel. Don't act like y'all don't know. Y'all don't know the 35 for 4 hours, 35 for 3 hours. Don't act like I'm the only one that's been to the Hot Sheet Motel. All right. Hold on a second. Before we go, hold on, Divine. Hold on. I want you guys to put a 5 up if you've ever actually been at a Hot Sheet Motel. Now, you ain't got to say where, when, and with who. Just put a 5 up if you've ever been to a Hot Sheet Motel and you know what I'm talking about. There's my 5. Put a 5 up there. Oh, thank you. Here we got some honest folks here. Put a 5 up if you got. There we go. I knew I wasn't the only one. Don't. You ain't got to say. You ain't got to put it. You ain't got to tell me where. But I'm just saying. There you go. See, there we go. See, I knew I wasn't the only one. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Hot Sheet Motel on a Friday night, Saturday night. You only need about 3-4 hours before you go home, but that's another conversation for another live. We'll have that conversation. We'll have that conversation another day. All right, let's get back to our list. Baton Rouge. Shout out for Baton Rouge. All right, number 3. Come on. Give me 3 more 3s in the chat. We're going to go on. Thank you. I appreciate you, B Fader. Thank you for stopping by, man. I'll be over on OG's page very soon. What's that? Honey Cakes. Let me know what you're talking about. What's that? I'm not sure. Let me know what you're asking about. All right, number 3. Make sleep a priority. Let me tell you something I have noticed in the years that I've been counseling, or just in general, because I pay attention to people. You literally can see when a person has not been getting enough sleep. And it's not just their eyes. It's not just their face. You can see in the way that their body moves. Because your body is dragging because you never gave the battery a chance to recharge. Number 3, make sleep a priority. Thank you, Nancy. I appreciate you for carrying the list for me today. Make sleep a priority. Let me tell you something. This right here, I ain't going to lie to you, is one I had to really reteach myself because I had gotten so used to burning the candle at both ends. Sleep deprivation it creates higher elevation for heart attacks, for strokes, for a lot of negative things. You must try to get that 6 to 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Now, I know some of you go, I just can't do it. Yes, you can, but you have to retool your body to condition your body to shut down. I am an insomniac. I understand that. But is that a medical diagnosis, meaning that somebody actually ran tests, or is that something you chose to claim, Southern Queen? Because we got to be careful when we choose certain titles, because We believe that we are, when in actuality, we're creating the situation that doesn't allow us to sleep. And what I mean by that is removing yourself. Like I'm in my office. A lot of times I'm in here watching TV. I shut all this down, and when I go to my room and wife is already asleep, again, I have to put myself in the mindset of what's needed. I have a whole routine. And then that routine allows me to get into, okay, got you. I can't sleep no more than 5 hours. Well, if you're conditioned to only sleep 5 hours, your body will react to your conditioning. You have to change your conditioning to get to the extra 3 hours because your body's going to react on the routine that you put into place. So if we're thinking I can't, the body will already say, okay, we can't. You have to say, how can I get to 8 hours? Then when you start to think about it, put those things into place and then religiously practice. And what I mean by practice, no eating 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed. No sodas no drinks that have caffeine in them. Leave the coffee alone when you're getting ready to go to bed. Having a glass of water and room temperature water too. But also, go to the bathroom, do what you got to do. But getting yourself in the mindset of sleeping. Turn the TV off. Turn off the blue lights. Put your phone in another room. TikTok is going to be here. You're good. Turn off your notifications. I have a sleep feature on my phone. When I turn my phone over, the sleep feature kicks in. My phone does not ring. Because, again, if somebody needs to reach me, I have 2 phones and a house phone. And sleep is definitely what heals the body, especially in the time of COVID. You have to be able to, God made the body so incredible that if you rest, the body will repair itself in most cases. It is super important to understand that this right here controls the body, not the other way around. This right here controls the body. Change this, the body will react. I put you in a hole and only feed you vegetables, you will start to think the vegetables taste incredible. And you may go, I don't like vegetables. Let me put you in that hole for a couple of days and you had nothing to eat, and I throw down some cooked broccoli or some raw broccoli. You're going to look up at the top and go, could you throw down some more? Yeah. Tastes good, don't it? This right here. That's the key. All right? So we got to make sleep a priority. And there's tons of books on that too. Don't be scared to read some. We're going to get to that as well. All right, number 4, guys. You ready? Let's go. Number 4. Come on. Number 4. Put a 4 in the chat. And where's the hearts on the side? Really? Y'all gonna rob me of my hearts? This what y'all doing? I don't get no hearts. We done talked about this tapping the screen, guys. Really? This what y'all gonna do to me today? Come on now. Really? Look how raggedy those hearts look on it. 1, 2. Okay, there they picking up now. Come on. And again, if you're just joining me, I am Keith K.L. Belvin, crisis specialist, human service counselor. I am an author, educator, father, husband. I wear a lot of hats, but the goal is to try to help as many people as I can. Here on Fridays from 11:30 to whatever time we finish, around 1:30, I am trying to educate, entertain, as well as inform. So again, if you are new, tell us where you are from. This is a safe space. Get comfortable, grab a pen, and hang out. Okay? Oh, Heather Hadley's she's the business. All right, here we go. Number 4. Thank you for the 4s, guys. Take care of yourself by getting organized. Guys, after getting out of a toxic relationship, organization can help grant you clarity. Okay? Important. It's time to clean up. Time to get things together. Time to get these papers. Or trying to let go of the dirt that you had. Augusta, Georgia. Shout out to GA. It is time to get organized because organization can grant you calm. You guys yell feng shui, but don't actually set it up. It is time to get organized because in organization, you can find comfort. When things are aligned the way it's supposed to, when your house is in order, when you are in order, when your closets are organized, things are organized, you can actually find peace, find calm, and now you can work on what's going to be the direction. This is a step that you're at? Okay, Heaven, I love that. And again, I put this list together. Like I said, there could be a whole lot. Every time I found one, I found another one. That's why the list is so long today. But rock out with me today because this is for everybody. Yes, we attach the toxic when we have nothing in order with nature. There we go. And nature is all about order, Divine. So I appreciate you because nature's about divine order. Hey, shout out to Divine. Look at that. But divine order is things all make sense. When you can make it make sense in your own home or in your mind, you automatically offer yourself clarity because now you are clear. Now, it doesn't mean that it's going to make it easy. Let me just say that. The road don't get easier. The road is going to be rocky to full recovery to where you want to go. But if we can clear the pathway of stuff that we created to be able to now get with the new stuff, we're good to go. Because everything has to have a start. I'm OCD when it comes to, I got you. And we all, to a degree, but you can still be organized within your OCD. I have ADD. If I showed you my office right now, it's crazy. But at least once a week to once every 1 or 2 twice a week, I straighten up everything. I push myself to do that because when my office is straight, I feel better. Yes, the clutter speaks to one part of my head, but I want it to look better because I like the way it feels. I like the way I feel when my office is straight. I like when the housekeeper comes and does her thing. I sit back and go, ooh, I like that. I don't mind paying for that. So again, take care of yourself by getting organized. Yes, organizes all energies. Yes, connects to the body. I'm taking Divine on the road with me. Let's go, Divine. You going on the road with me? I'm going to take Divine with me on the road. Let's go. All right, here we go. All right. Now, number 5. Now, number 5 can be taken a lot of different ways. Let's go. Come on now. Number 5 can be taken a lot of different ways. So for you nasty folks, yes, that's all I'm going to tell you. So put a 5 in the chat. Put a 5 in the chat. But for you nasty folks, yes, that's what I'm going to tell you. And I'm going to tell you what number 5 is in a second. And don't assume. Don't put it in the chat. No assumptions. We're putting out there nothing crazy. But number 5 is for you nasty folks. 2 more number 5s. We're good to go. No, you did not put 3 5s. Okay, here we go. Number 5 is try a relaxing activity. Try a relaxing activity. Now, what is a relaxing activity? What is a relaxing activity? There you go. What is a relaxing activity for you? And that's why I said, you nasty folks, yes, but meditation, sex, exercise, reading, breathing, just sitting and breathing, prayer, anything that relaxes your mind, body, and spirit. Come on, Prince. Rest in peace, Prince. Come on. Riding in the vehicle. That's true, too. A long ride in the country. I'm now out here in Delaware in the country. And sometimes in the middle of the day, riding out with the music playing on some of these back roads is fantastic. I don't stay on these back roads too long when it gets dark. I ain't doing that. But riding in your car, riding your bike, taking a walk in the park, whatever is relaxing to you. That's why I said you nasty folks. Yeah, that's for you as well. Because relaxation is a form of self-care because you slow everything down. Thank you so much for the finger heart. You slow everything down and you give your body a chance to catch up. You give everything in your body a chance to align. And now you can start to see the world differently. Remember, we're talking physical, mental and emotional, social, spiritual. You can start to address all 3 of those areas when you are in a state of relaxation. Yes. Now, you know some people, Divine, hate going out in nature. So if you want to sit out on your back porch, if that works for you, if that's relaxing, by all means. All right. And actually, relaxation often are low energy activities, guys. Now, and when I say exercising, this is where going to take a walk. Oh, you back? Let's go. Come on, Ellie. Hey, let's give Ellie some purple hearts. Now, yes, one of the goats. I can't lie. I'm a music junkie. He's definitely one of the goats. Let's give Ellie some purple hearts, because if you're just getting here, if this is your first time here, let me just tell you this. Ellie holds down things for me in the chat, something over. Let's give Ellie her purple hearts. And let's give Divine some purple hearts, because Divine has been offering some outstanding clarity to the things that I've been saying. And I don't mind that. My ego is not on swole where when somebody in the chat is offering qualifying information that I take offense to it. So let's give some purple hearts to Ellie, and let's give some purple hearts to Divine, simply because... Then I ain't gonna argue. If with all those E's, yeah, then he the goat then. I'm rocking with you. I'm an MJ fan too, but we're not going to have that argument today. We'll have the Prince MJ argument another time. But with all those E's next to the, I'm going to let you rock today, Ellie. He is the GOAT. But come on, let's give some purple hearts to Ellie. Let's give some purple hearts to Divine, because again, I like when you guys interact, and I like when you guys, and like I said, Divine is offering some extra clarity to things I'm saying, and is on point. That's why I went with the purple. See, we right there. We might have to go on the road, Divine. I ain't lying. Yes, that's why I said the purple hearts. And you know what? In the end, let's give some purple hearts to our rest in peace to Prince. Let's give some purple hearts to Prince as well. One of the GOATs, but I'm not going to get into that argument with Ellie. Okay, so here we go, guys. Let's get back to the list. Here we go. We are at number 6. Oh, please repeat the triangle optimal health. Okay, physical. Our physical health. Our mental/emotional health. And the other part of the triangle is our social/spiritual. Physical, mental, emotional, and social/spiritual, depending on which one you are. Because if you're spiritual, it's going to encompass your social anyway. But if you're not spiritual, then your social connection. Your mental, emotional. Mental is what you think. Emotional is how you feel, but they're connected. And then your physical well-being as well. Those are your 3 areas of the optimal health. Okay, so let's get these number 6s going. Let's go. Let's get a bunch of 6s up there. And you guys keep hitting that... what's the name over there? Oh, I gotta plug my phone in. Around you, feel so much. All right, let's put these 6s up. Let's move on. Let me put this here. So number 6, come on. And again, if this is your first time here, I am Keith K.L. Belvin, crisis specialist, human service counselor. Every Friday from 11:30 to whatever time we finish, around 1:30. Yes, 17,000 likes. I am here to try to educate, inform, entertain, and I cover things that deal with personal health and relationship health. But the key is just trying to help you make sense of some of the problems that you may be going through. And if I can do that, then I did my job. All right, number 6 is to set your goals and priorities. Set your goals and priorities. We need targets to go after. When getting out of a toxic relationship, you need to set goals and priorities. What is it that you want for you? What is it that you want to do now that you have gotten out of that relationship that was not good for you? Talk to me. All right? Super important. All right? Because this is something that we have to consider, is that when we get to this situation here, it is important. It is important. All right, you guys, a big Prince fan. I'll give you one more. Oh, let me see. Oh, no, let me see. Why does it locate? What's going on? Oh, you know what? I forgot my computer is not connected. Okay. I have my laptop is a whole nother drive, and so when I don't have it connected, it'll actually tell me it doesn't have all my music there. So, okay. So I can't play the other Prince song because I don't feel like taking time off to connect my other laptop. If you guys don't know how to do that, if you have a laptop and a regular computer, you should play Phyllis Hyman. Oh, you should have been here. Oh, guys. Oh, you should have been here. We had a whole show on Phyllis Hyman. Oh, my gosh. All right. Oh, man. That's my girl right there. We did a whole show on Phyllis Hyman. Woo! That was a tough one, too. That was an emotional show right there. That was an emotional... I think that was 2 weeks ago, guys. Was that 2 weeks ago we did Phyllis Hyman? And we talked about the breadcrumbs that she left us in her passing. I believe. Let me see here. So, yeah, I got you. Hold on one second because I'm going to get back to the list, too. But, again, set goals and priorities because it is super, super, super important. We need to have an idea of where we are going with what we are doing now. Once we have gotten out of a negative relationship, we need to know, what are we doing now? Let me see here. Come on, fellas. Gonna make me get all emotional. Where the hearts at? Y'all stop playing with those hearts. Stop holding those hearts hostage. Y'all better give me some hearts. Let's go. Come on, tap that screen. Now, number 7, as we listening to, thank you, set goals and priorities. Thank you so much. All right, number 7, come on. I refuse to be lonely. Do you know she created Well, I'm not going to recap that because I don't want to get everybody emotional, but her last album, she literally was saying everything that was going on. Stop supporting these scammers. Who's scamming, Lee? Uh-oh, you caught my attention there. Who's scamming, Lee? Talk to me. What scammer? Who's scamming, Lee, that you jumped in here? That I will address. Who's scamming? If you're going to come and make a statement like that, please explain that one. That one I'll address. I normally don't address trolls. When you say don't be gullible, come on, Lee, you got my attention on that. Who's scamming? And when you say get a real job, come on, Lee, tell me what you know about me. Don't just come in and throw a rock and run away. Come on in. Share with me. I'm gonna get back to the list, guys, in a second. I see the number 7, but come on, Lee. I'm not gonna block you. I'm not gonna block you on that one. I want to hear what you got to say. You got my attention on that. I want to show me what the scam is. Y'all keep hitting the screen. I just want to see if Mr. Lee is going to throw the rock and then come back and say, yes, I threw the rock, and tell me why he threw the rock. I'll gladly have a conversation with you because I only address things that I think need to be addressed. I normally don't get into trolls, but you ran into my house, yelled and screamed at everybody sitting in my yard, and then I need to know why. What's the scam? And then insulted me and said, I need to get a real job. No, it's not. No, it's okay. It's for a reason. Trust me, I know it's okay, because sometimes we have to address the lower mind for the upper minds to understand. Because believe it or not, Divine, as an educator, what I've learned in the room is that when one person says something, there's normally 1 or 2 people that might think some of the same things. They just stay quiet. But it's okay, because sometimes to teach, you have to address. And I always find it interesting that so okay, Lee, I gave you a chance. Now I got to move on. Now I got to block you. All right. Lee, you had your shot. All right, guys, here we go. So now back to my girl. Let's go, Phyllis. All right, so number 7. Yes, lower mind. Yeah, because sometimes when we address the lower mind, it grants comfort to the folks at higher frequencies because they go, you know what? Thank you for dealing with that. Because folks don't realize you run into the wrong room and say something, you could have 1,000 people roughing you off emotionally. We don't advocate violence here. And they don't realize that. But also sometimes when people run in and they hurl that out, it's because they're really letting you know that they're not sure. So they will sometimes put something out there to catch your attention because that's really what they're worried about. They want to engage, and because they've been hurt by other people or maybe scammed by other people, it's what they know. So when you deal with somebody who throws something out there, there's so much to unpack there. But a lot of times that's a call for help. They just don't know how to make the call, so they just yell and scream. It's like when I have angry kids who will come into, a teacher will call me to come get an angry kid, and they get him out of here, he's got problems. And I'm like, no, there's a cause to that behavior. And then you find out it's because the kid is hungry. Or you find out that the kid was dealing with something at home, but he had to come to school, or she had to come to school, so they brought it to school. There's a lot to unpack with what Lee said. That's the reason why I stopped. Is because if he thinks it's a scam, why? And I guarantee you it'll be connected to something that ain't got nothing to do with me. But what I'm saying sounds like what it was. Now let me show you how this connects to what. Let me turn this off a second. Let me show you how this connects to what we're dealing with. When getting out of a toxic relationship, you have to be careful that you don't start to brush every person who subtly reminds you of the person that you were with the same brush. So, ladies, if you're going out to meet a new man, men, if you're going out to meet a new man, if you're going out to meet a new person, you got to be fair to everybody in today's world. If you're going out to meet a new person and that person has some things that are similar to the person that you're with, remember, you are attracted to certain things. But we cannot brush everybody with the same brush or automatically go, no, he sounds like my ex-husband. She sounds like my ex-wife. No. They may be saying some of the similar things. Wait. See if the things that you have been through are connected to the things that you are experiencing. Don't automatically brush them with the brush and go, that's why I don't know. If you're comfortable with you, the new person can't hurt you because you've already developed the thick skin needed to deal with it. And if you haven't, then you got to continue to work on you. You may not be ready to date. That goes to anybody. See, I don't react to trolls because I'm okay with me. But when I see a troll that gives me something that I can use to teach, then I'm going to take it. Because this is how we grow. This is what real good conversation between people who truly want to help. Some people don't know how to react, so they get angry. And I see this with educators when kids are out of control. They yell and scream from the authority position because they can. But what that tells me is they've never actually dealt with their own pain, so they don't know how. So the kid is, and here's the adult. No, you don't bring energy to a fire. You don't bring gas to a fire. I tell teachers that all the time. I tell other parents that. I tell lovers that. Don't bring energy to a disagreement. Settle the fire down by at least not bringing it yourself and then saying what is wrong. Because what you're yelling and screaming about has a genesis. Let's find it. I see the alchemy transmute energy into a lesson such a master. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, yeah. I got little skills. I do a little something, Divine. I appreciate you. All right. So number 7. Y'all put up a number 7. You don't have to do it again. But what you do have to do is give a brother some hearts. Now, we're at 20,000. I love y'all for that. And because Divine asked for Phyllis Hyman, we're going to finish out Phyllis Hyman about another 30, 40 seconds. Number 7. And this right on place. Let me hold on a second. To all my spiritual folks, right? Rock out with me here. We know that number 7 is a divine number. If you're not spiritual, this might not connect to you, right? But check this out. Number 7 is a divine number. We know that, right? Number 7 on my list is practice gratitude. And here Lee ran into the room yelling and screaming, but we offered him grace, or her. We offered them grace. See, sometimes the way things align themselves, you can't make this up. Number 7 on the list was practice gratitude. Number 7 is where we are. And then this person runs in as we're getting ready to give number 7. You see how things are connected? Now, you guys are of a non-spiritual base. We go, that's just coincidence. Well, us spiritual people know or believe there is no coincidences in life. My grandmother taught me that. So you don't have to believe it. It's okay. But I believe that when you pay attention, you will see the alignment and the connection to things, whether you want to believe it or not. Hey, Val. Often we miss them because we're so stuck in our humanness. But if we allow our spiritual positioning to take hold, you will see the interconnection of things that can help us grow internally and externally. Yeah, I do a little something. But what I don't understand is why I ain't getting no hearts for none of that. Really? Y'all wasn't feeling none of that? Really? I get one little heart pop up after that? You know what? I'm going to start taking my gems back. I'm going to start taking my grandmother's teaching back. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. But yes, my grandmother, I have all the education in the world, but I learned so much from that woman who only had a high school diploma because she lived life. And she sat at the feet of her mother and her grandmother. And I sat at the feet of her mother, my great-grandmother, who was born in 1892. And I tell folks this all the time. If you have elders still alive, get at their feet. Sit at their feet and listen. And when they pour in what they have seen, connect that to what you know. And all of a sudden, you will grow as an individual. You will grow as a son. You will grow as a daughter. You will grow as a parent. Because there's no greater experience than getting it from somebody who lived it. You can read all the history books you want. But when my great-grandmother tells me how she told my uncles to keep their uniform on so they didn't get hung when they went down south, it holds a whole lot more weight than when I read it about with people I don't know. Yeah, I miss my grandmother too. I miss my great-grandmother, and I miss my mom. But my job is to hold it down for them and to give that same thing to everybody else. There is a cause and effect to everything. We must be able to recognize that the universal laws are in motion. Yes, if that's your belief, yes. See, for us, like me, I happen to be a Christian. I just go right to God. I don't have to say universal. Now, I know universe is the safest way to put it for some people. I just call it what it is for me. I believe in God. God just doesn't align things by accident. But it's okay. I don't project my faith on anybody. When people say, well, why do you do what you do? Because I'm a man of faith. You don't have to be. I am. It works for me. God saved my life. Trust me. That's why I even wrote a book about it. From Gigolo to Jesus. God talked to me in a motel where I was about to get into something nasty. And my whole life changed 18 years ago. So I got a whole story about it. It's called Reap What You Sow in the Bible. Yes, but we can actually curb that. We can actually, if we give in and apologize, and you're going to pay for things, but You're going to pay for the things that you put into motion, but you can augment the devastation that comes from it if you acknowledge it and then make amends. If you can make amends to your sister, if you can make amends to your brother, if you can make amends to your mother, your father, to your neighbor, if you can make amends, you can regulate some of the destruction. But many of us will hold on to ego and pride and go, I'm not saying sorry to nothing. And it is what it is. I ain't mean to turn this into church. All right, number 8. Number 8. Let's go. Put an 8 in the chat. Put an 8 in the chat. Yes. Sitting at the elder's feet will always, always invigorate your soul. I was changed by sitting at my great-grandmother's feet in 1984 when I had got sent to South Jersey because I was screwing up in New York and about to go to jail. And that senior year, I did a lot of good things in school, but I learned so much from that old lady. And my whole life changed. But I still came back to New York and was acting just as stupid. Just because you're granted information doesn't mean your life changes. You actually have to act on the information and actually allow it to change, which is what we're about to talk about with number 8. Number 8 is focus on positivity. Focus on positivity. Many of you will get positive messages and short-circuit it with a negative thought. You're doing good today. No, I'm not. I could be doing a lot better. I mean, I'm still struggling. No, but you're doing great. Yeah, I hear you say it, but I'm just saying I'm not where I want to be. But you're doing fantastic. No, I'm not. I mean, in this time last year, they were beating on me. But you've come so far. Look at what you're doing. No, I mean, it could all fall apart tomorrow. Focus on the positive. Focus on the positive. Lock in on it. Make it become part of what you are. Yes, the negative happened. Embrace the negative, but grab on to the positive. Understand the negative. Yeah, it happened. You was in a toxic relationship. Yeah, she was toxic. Yeah, he was toxic. Yeah, you stayed too long. Oh my God, you did some things. Now we're going to lock in on the positive. Now, and you connect you connect number 8 back to number 6. Lock in on the positive and then set your goals and priorities. Actually, you can connect it to all the other ones. Because the positive position is necessary. You know why? Because when you start to have doubts, it is the fact that you lock in on the positive that's going to undergird you to keep you from falling backwards. When you start to go, oh my God, it's happening again. No, I'm not the same person. No, it's not happening again. It just seems similar. The way we speak to ourselves, the way we pour into ourselves is how we lock in on positivity. Oh my God, he said something negative. My ex-husband used to say stuff like that. Oh, but he's not my ex-husband. I don't know what he is yet. I'm going to hold off because I'm a whole meal. Let me see if he's ready for this. I've seen it with beauty. I've seen it with finances. I've seen it with everything. I've even seen it in a situation where you lay back in the bed and go, whoo, girl, that was incredible. And she go, you think so? I just said so. You was here with me. You just experienced this. So I'm going to lie now? Why? I have seen what it looks like when a person is trapped in the cycle of negativity. They literally cannot allow themselves to feel positive. Even when the person that they trust is standing in front of them offering positive commentary. They literally will hear all that, and here's what you got to listen for. But as soon as I hear that, I'm like, here it come. Here it come. You're right, we need to lead our thoughts back into the... Yes, I listen for it. And you give the positive statement, they go, yeah, but. When I hear yeah and but, here it come. I just gear up and listen, and I wait. Yeah, but, I could have spun my leg over a little bit different, and I noticed that you seem to get a little frustrated. That wasn't frustration. You crazy? That was pleasure. Are you sure? I wasn't sure if all the moaning was real. What? I'm faking moans now? Who's doing that? But here's what I realized. Negativity amplifies all the things that you think about, just like positivity does. You guilty of And I've seen it. Now, here's the crazy part. Unfortunately, many of us, if not all of us, has experienced liars. And liars will take a positive position while the whole time they are negative. I have told you before, I was the wolf. But now as the shepherd, It is my job to expose the things that the wolf does to try to move you into position so he can slaughter you. Remember, the wolf is always eyeing the shepherd. He's not eyeing the sheep. Please understand that. The wolf is not eyeing you. He's eyeing who protects you. I'm not worried about the sheep if I'm the wolf. I got that. I'm worried about the thing that can kill me. That's the shepherd. And the shepherd understands the sheep needs protection, but his eyes or her eyes or their eyes is on the wolf. Why? And I've said this before. If the shepherd slips up at his job, the wolf destroys the shepherd and can do whatever he wants to the sheep. If the shepherd does his job and the wolf slips up, he kills the wolf and the sheep are no longer in danger. It is important that you understand when you are in the presence of a shepherd or of a wolf. And the only way you can do that is by focusing on the positive. Why? The shepherd will show you how to protect you, will tell you to move when I move, will show up when you are in trouble and protect you. The wolf is going to make you think that you are not protected, make you think he can protect you, and then when things is too late, destroy you. And then look at you and blame you for it. You know this wouldn't have happened, but you caused this. You let me do this to you, so don't put it on me. Yeah, I hurt you a little bit, but you let me in the door. So the wolf is not going to take any of the heat. He or she is going to make you feel that you deserve to be destroyed. And the way that we find the shepherd and the way that we can cling to the shepherd, by remaining positive. Because in remaining positive, what happens is as we're doing positive things for ourselves, we start to align ourselves with the shepherds of the world because they're doing the same thing. Safety in numbers. God said bad communication affects good manners. Good communication affects good manners. So the more that you stay around people who are positive, the better you get. All of a sudden you look, this must be shepherds. They're all doing well, not just for themselves, but for others. I feel comfortable. Why do you think I started off this thing and said, this is a safe space? I am the shepherd here. And when Lou came in throwing rocks, my job was to protect the sheep. That's why I stopped what I was doing. Hold on a second. You came in and threw a rock at the shepherd, bro. I'm about to take this staff and go to work. But I'm going to give you a chance to explain. Did you throw the rock to get my attention? Or did you throw the rock to hurt me? Either way, I want you to explain it. Because if I don't like what I hear, I'm going to take this staff and, well, you know the rest. So this is what we do. I'm just saying. I had to go back to Mary on that one. If I'm not sure what you're doing, it's a wrap. Come on, Mary. I'm just saying. You come in here with the wrong intentions. You got to worry about the chat. But you definitely got to worry about me as well. But I thank you. All right, here we go. Come on. Let's get to, so number 8, focus on the positive. Let's get to number 9. And number 9 is directly connected to number 8. Going to help you out with that. Because some of you are going to say, well, how do I focus on the positivity? We're going to go to number 9. Put number 9 in the chat. Let's go. Woo, you smell like a senator. Lipstick on your shirt. Woo, you got lipstick on your shirt. Respect for me. In your sleep. You was talking in your sleep. That's how you got caught, bro? My YouTube name is Keith K.L. Belvin. Same name on all the platforms. I ain't hiding from nobody. And that's my government name, too. Embrace your inner gangster, number 9. No, it's not. No, number 9 is not embrace your inner gangster. No, hold on. Number 9. Really? Embrace your inner gangster. No, that is not number 9. I like that. You know, I'll add that to the list. Embrace your inner gangster. I'm not sure where I'm going to use that one, but we're going to put that on the supplementary list. Number 9 is stay connected to positive people and organizations. This is how you find the other shepherds. This is how you find the other shepherds. Thank you so much for the crowns. I appreciate you. This is how we find the other shepherds. This is how we surround ourselves with folks who can help us. The shepherd is a spiritual gangster. Next to the rap. All right. Go ahead, Jaheem. But yes, number 9, stay connected to the positive people and organizations, because positive people are going to open up and want you to see, want you to be a part, as well as they're going to pour into you. I am the light that I want people to see. Okay, so you guys see Dem Sugar, right? She is actually in my other group, and we know each other very well. Dem, I want you, and she's super intelligent, by the way. If you ever want to have a great high-frequency conversation, Dem Sugar is the person that you want to talk to. And guys, be careful. She's very flirtatious, but don't play yourself. I'll let you find out on your own. I'll let you find out on your own. Dem is very flirtatious because she is comfortable with her, but don't play yourself. But if you want to find out, go on and say something stupid in the DMs and see what you catch. But the point that I'm saying is, Dem, let me ask you a question. Am I this same way all the time? And you've been in lives, you've been in the Zoom rooms with me. Am I this way on a regular basis? And she has been on the lives with in my group over on Facebook, where we used to go live every Friday night, and sometimes 2-3 hours just having conversations about what's going on in the world, my wife and I and everybody else that's in the group. And the reason why is that adults need to be able to have positive, solid adult conversations. So Dem can tell you, if she's still here, Dem can let you know if I'm the same way. And if you've had any interaction with me away from TikTok, please let the folks in the chat know. Is Sarah still here? Sarah, you still here? Sarah, you're still here. You can tell. Thank you so much, Dem. I appreciate you. And the reason why that's important, and it goes to number 9, when you stay connected to positive people and organizations, the shepherds are going to reveal themselves. The one thing that a shepherd does not want to do is hide from you. Why would a shepherd hide from his sheep? Why would a shepherd not want his sheep to know where he's at? Remember, now this is where my church folks, it says, God says, my sheep hear my voice. He's saying, as the shepherd, my sheep know what to do. And if you actually pay attention to the way a shepherd and sheep actually work in real life, they actually have signals and sounds that when the shepherd makes those sounds, the sheep come and follow. Even the sheepdogs. The sheepdogs know how to herd the sheep back to the shepherd on command. Now, those are animals. So now imagine what that looks like for us when you have a person who understands what good positivity help looks like and then grants that to you and wants you to have that. That is how you find your shepherd. The wolf is going to make you work harder than you ever worked, but separate you. He or she is going to make you think that they are the only thing you need, that they are the answer to all your problems. And now here's the tip-off. Then they're going to attempt to physically get your body to believe that, not just your mind. Please understand that a wolf is going to make your body become part of their team, male or female. They're going to try to tantalize you mentally and emotionally. They're going to try to tantalize you physically, sexually, intimacy-wise. And the goal is to get you to fool yourself into believing anything that they say, and while slowly moving you away from the positive people and organizations that would breathe life into you. He's not going to kill you in front of everybody. No. I mean, he's not going to harm you. I forgot I'm on TikTok. He's not going to harm you in front of everybody. So you got to be careful. So stay connected. Number 9, stay connected to positive people and organizations. Okay? All right. Let's see where we at. Number 10. Then we're going to take a little break at number 10 because I know it's a long list. So let's go. Number 10 and we take a break because I got another song I'm play today, which was actually the song that I was vibing to earlier today. All right. So number 10. Let's go. I know we got a long list. Y'all rock out with me and then we're going to take a little break. Come on. Just like I do in the classroom. Number 10. Come on. Let's get those 10s in the chat. While I'm waiting on y'all, Let's go. Who we got here? Oh, let's go Alicia Keys. Come on. She was playing the piano when she was 3, 4 years old. I remember her on Oprah. I think she was 5 at the time. Okay. Number 10. Number 10. Oh, let me put this line right here so I can stay. Number 10. Super important. Y'all ready? Now, some of y'all messed this one up here. Number 10. Say no to others and say yes to your self-care. Stop saying yes to people before you have taken care of yourself. Say no to others and say yes to your self-care. If you are not where you need to be, get yourself right. You can still help other people, don't get me wrong. But sometimes you gotta say no. Nah, girl, I just can't right now. I'm trying to get my head right. Nah, bro, I can't do it today. I gotta just get me together. I'm trying to focus on a little something. Tomorrow I'll hit you up. It's important. I say yes to a lot of people, and every now and then I gotta catch myself and go, nah, Keith, you gotta take care of you. So no is the shortest sentence in the world. No is the shortest complete sentence in the world. Diamond rings. Here we go. Everything. Keep them hearts going. But yes, no is not a bad word either, guys. Do not worry that if you say no, the person is going to feel some type of way. Okay, they are. True friendship, the no is absorbed. False friendship, the no is turned into a weapon. Take a minute with what I just said. Real friendships, the no is absorbed. Fake friendships, the no is turned into a weapon. Please pay attention. When somebody wants to use emotional blackmail because you said no. Oh, you saying no? But when you needed your rent paid, oh, you saying no? But when you needed me to take you around the corner, oh, you saying no? But when I got buck naked when I had to get to work in 10 minutes. Emotional blackmail is not friendship. It is not. A real friend will go, all right, cool. Are you good? Especially if it's something that they know you normally say yes to. A no is a tip-off to a friend. Let me stop this a second. I got you, baby. Now, a real friend will be able to analyze the no. Wait a minute. She always likes to go to brunch on Sundays. You good, girl? What you mean? You don't normally say no. What's going on? See, that's a door opener. A good friend absorbs the no. A fake friend or a person who doesn't know how to really be your friend takes that no and starts to beat you over the head with it. We don't do that. When somebody tells me no, I'm good. Thank you so much for the hearts. Keep it going. When somebody tells me no, I don't question the no. I just say, well, is there another time? Well, can I hit you up later? What's good for you? And if the person goes, I don't even know, Keith. I'm just going through something right now. All right, cool. If you need anything, let me know. Oh, the emotional blackmail say, okay, cool. Emotional blackmail, when somebody asks you for something and when they're told no or they don't get what they want, they use situations that have happened between you as a way to try to force you, blackmail you into what they want. You say no, they start bringing up things that they done for you. You see it with kids all the time. Can I get a piece? No, it's my lunch. I'm hungry. Oh, but when I gave you my sandwich last week, when I gave you some of my Doritos, when I gave you some of my hot Cheetos, you ain't say all that. But we do it as adults. Yo, girl, come on. They're having a day party today. Nah, I can't. I gotta go to work. Really? But when you wanted me to take you to the mall, I had to go to work too, but I took you, so you can't go to the day party with me? No, that's not friendship. We're not trying to leverage each other. True friendship is, all right, what you got going on? I got to study. All right, well, look, go do that. Hey, I know you got that school thing going on. Go do that. We're going to go to the party. Now, let me tell you what good friends do. They're going to rub it in your face if the party was hitting. Girl, yo, my man, I know you had to do the school thing, but yo, everybody was doing their thing at the party. You should have been there. Now, that's a little bit different. That's not emotional blackmail. That's the FOMO, the fear of missing out. They want you to feel it. That's different. Friends do that. Because it's our way of going, you should have been there with me. It's okay. We can work on that. But when somebody uses your no, an attempt to make you feel bad. Now, because I work with mostly women, I have seen this manipulation in the physical sense. They want it. You're not sure of their intentions. They make you feel bad so they can get what they want. Put a 5 in the chat if you have experienced that, male or female, where a person manipulated you into moving you into a position that you weren't too comfortable, but you did it anyway. I'll be the first one to put a 5 up. Put a 5 up. Thank you. Thank you. And the reason why I asked for the 5s is I want us to see that we're all connected, even though we're in various different places in the world. We are connected because we are connected to the human experience. And as humans, we do similar things, whether we are the same, not. We all have similar interests. And there are a lot of people who will try to use somebody else for their interests. And many of us have given in to those interests. Some of us more than others, but at the end, a bunch of 5s. You and them is killing me today. I feel you, Ellie. But it's important because this is where the start of the negativity starts. This is where the start of the slope to depression starts. We start to overanalyze our negative thoughts until we land into a pit of a depressed state, as you heard me say earlier. That state keeps expanding until we are in a position of depression because we just don't feel we can get out of where we're at. I try to cut that off to get people to turn around. And one of the ways that we turn around is by looking at number 9, staying connected to positive people and organization. Looking at number 10, saying no to others but saying yes to ourselves. Looking at number 8, remaining positive. If you look at this list, everything on this list is designed to help you wherever you might be. Are you going to practice all 16? No. But what you are going to do is find the ones that help you, pull them, use them. I just have to give you some more. Like I told you, there was a whole lot more that I probably could have added. Okay, so now we're going to stop right here at number 10. We got 7 more. So we're going to do that. Here's what we're going to do. 2 things. One, we're going to amp things up just a little bit because it is Friday and we're getting ready to start the weekend. While the song is playing, I need you tapping that screen. Where we at, 31? We're going to find a way to get to 40,000 likes today. But y'all going to tap this screen. Let's have a Friday. If you're at work, don't get in trouble. Please don't. Don't be partying at your desk and your boss come up, what you doing? And you get fired and you send me an inbox. Yo, I got fired listening to you. No. You got fired because you made choices while listening to me. Don't put that on me. But all right, here's what we're going to do. First and foremost, let me say thank you for being here. I am Keith K.L. Belvin, crisis specialist, professional human service counselor. That's what I do. I'm an author, educator. Every Friday from 11:30 to, like I said, whatever time we get done, I am here to try to offer some education, entertainment, and information. All right, here we go. We're going to start that screen up. Let's go. We're going to shoot for 40, but let's go. And to all my old heads, y'all should know this song because I was out partying when Jeff Redd was doing his thing. Jeff Redd only had about a couple of hits, but this one right here, and you add to your playlist this right here, because the extended version is about almost 5 minutes, but we're not going to play the whole 5 minutes. Let's go. Woo! Come on, let's go, let's go. Tap that screen. Come on, I want to see hearts going up. And tap your feet at your desk. Let's go. Come on, here we go. So happy together when we first met. Come on. Now you started acting crazy. What's happening? What's happening? Woo! Come on. Oh, my love. Come on, tap that screen. Let's go. Calling me your life. Come on. Oh, you giving it away. The Shadow. Yeah, Bentley's on Thursday night, Shadow on Saturday. Nah, you ain't an old head yet, Sarah. You getting there. You close to old head status. I seen the Grado. You might be getting a little older. I'm not sure. Read that you're feeling this way. No, I'm not the same. No. Come on. Woo! Simple game. Come on now, let's go. I think it was Strictly Business, I believe. stop. Come and be with your love. Come on. Jeff Redd only had 2 songs, and the other one wasn't even that big. This is his biggest song. He went to Hunter College in CUNY, City University of New York. I went to City University of New York, but I went to York College in Queens. He went to Hunter College in Manhattan. My partner went to school with him. Come on. Woo! Let me tell you something. When this is on, 3 o'clock in the morning, you're sweating, but you don't want to give up because if you walk away, somebody's going to dance with the young lady you've been trying to get close to or the dude you close to. So you got to hang in there. Your knees is hurting. You're sweating. You know the bar is about to close, but you got to keep rocking. She's like, okay, I done let you dance with me this long. I'm going to let you get a little closer, so you got to get close. Let's go. Can't give up now. Brothers is watching. Yo, if he mess up, I'm jumping on that. Sisters is watching. If she walk away, I'm getting them. And you like, nah, I'm in it. I'm in for the good. I know I'm close to her phone number right now. And if the club experience wasn't your thing, you missed a lot in the 90s. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Woo, come on, come on. Keep hitting those hearts. Let's go, let's go. We're almost done. Come on. We're going to go back to the list in a minute. All right, here we go. Jeff Redd, you called and told me. All right, thank you so much, guys. Let's get back to work. Woo! Okay. Happy Friday morning. And anybody that just joined us, please, by all means, introduce yourself. Let us know where you're watching from. I appreciate you. I am Keith K.L. Belvin, Crisis Specialist, Human Service Counselor. And every Friday from 11:30 to 1:30, whatever time we get finished, this is what we do. So let's get back to the list. We got 7 more to get, and we are 6 more, and we are good. And we're going to get up out of here. All right, number 11. Put number 11 in the chat. Let's get back on point. First Avenue and Minneapolis Prince. Okay, 80s. There you go. All right. There we go. Let's go. And that's the thing is that if, listen, the 90s, the 80s, the 90s. Oh, man, I graduated high school in 85, but I had started hanging out in 81 when I was young. Listen, it is what it is. This is the beauty of what you can share with your nieces, nephews, your children, because somehow our kids think we just popped out. Hey, Melinda, good to have you. Great to have you here from Seattle, way on the West Coast. Nice. Our kids think we just got to this point. They don't realize we had whole lives and that we was out here doing some things. And the more that we can share, the more that we can help protect them. Now, you got to be careful. Don't share something that you haven't figured out yet. You don't want to give your child a loaded time bomb that you don't know anything about. But things that you have been able to overcome and that you understand, share that. Let your kids know some of the mistakes you made to help protect them. All right? I know a lot of parents who are scared to have conversations. Have them. It is better to have that conversation and go from there. Okay. Number 11. Here we go. Number 11 on the 16 ways to practice positive self-care. Take a self-care trip. I know in these times in the world it's a little crazy, and I know with human trafficking up at all-time highs, I know especially our ladies in the chat have to be safe, and I know brothers, the same thing for you, because there are brothers out here getting drugged and everything else. But take a self-care trip. Now, you could take a trip with a group of people and still just make it about your self-care where all you want to do is relax and chill. Yes, all previous shows can be found on YouTube. Thank you, Ellie. But take a self-care trip. It don't have to be a party destination. It might be strictly relaxation centered, just to go look at the views, just to be able to take the walks, nature walks, whatever it is. Take a self-care trip to be able to give yourself a chance to reset, recharge, and refocus and realign. It is important. And the reason why it's important is because sometimes we have to just get away from everyone to give ourselves a chance just to be one with nature, one with God, if you believe in that. And if you don't believe in God, just be one in nature. Let me tell you something. There's nothing better than when I was in Jamaica, sitting in the balcony at the hotel I was at, just overlooking the water with the mountains in the background. And I realized that, you know what? I'm in a real good place. I didn't know in 2008 I wouldn't be back to Jamaica. I didn't know that. I have not been back. I want to go back. Just have not. Last year was the first time I went on vacation, 2022, in 14 years, guys. Yeah. So I am practicing. I am telling you that I have made some of the same mistakes. I am telling you, this is how I know. I went 14 years without going on vacation. Strictly Business comes on tomorrow. And that's the key, is that you must take self-trips. So let me tell you, yes, Jamaica's fantastic. And let me tell you something. I was in Jamaica in 2000. I was a guest of the country. I coached the Jamaican national team. I was in Kingston for 3 weeks. Some of the greatest love that was ever shown to me when we were in Kingston and with our USA credentials on and working with the national basketball team. When I got married in 2007, I was in Jamaica for a honeymoon, so I was in the midst of Hurricane Dean in the summer of 2007. Came back in the summer of 2008, and have not been back. And that's something I want to change. But again, you know, things change, life change, goes in different direction. But I would go on little tiny mini vacations, 2-3 days here, day 2 here. I write books, so when I would come in town to sign books, I would come in the day before, sometimes stay a day later. That was traveling for me. Last year was the first time I took 2 back-to-back vacations. I was away for a week in Maryland, went to a camp, bowling camp, and some other things just for me to relax. Then I came back home for a couple of days, took the family, went to Virginia, and just relaxed. And it was crazy because I didn't realize how much I needed that. I didn't realize how much I needed not to counsel, not to get on my phone, and just to hang out in the pool with my daughter and my wife, and my daughter's having a ball. And I realized that I needed that. I needed that to recharge my battery. And man, this year I'm not sure where I'm going, but I'm going to do something. I'm not sure. But yes, so number 11, take a self-care trip, guys. All right, real quick before I go on to number 12. If money was not an option, where would your self-care trip be right now as of today? Put it in the chat. If money was not an option, money or time was not an option, where would your self-care destination be? Put it in the chat. Come on, share with me. Where would that be? Belize. Ooh, that's an interesting one. Dubai. Greece. Okay. Yes, if you go to Greece, make sure you have some ouzo. I was introduced to that. Oh, it'd be Milan for me because I have a friend over in Milan. I told him I'm coming to Milan so we can actually break bread. So it'd be Milan for me right now. Maldives. Where's Maldives? Am I saying that right? Maldives? Help me out, Ellie. Where is that? That's actually, I heard that before. Dubai. Okay. Thailand. Woo. Thailand, the food looks good, but Thailand, I don't know, for me, if Thailand is the place for big brothers. I'd be a little nervous in Thailand because I don't know if they got nobody my size. I'd be a little nervous because I'd be looking at the videos and, okay. Thailand, I'm a little worried that I may not be able to fit in some of those things. That's why I worry about Europe. Europe is old and it's not designed for big folks. Maldives. Okay, I got you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Bora Bora. Oh, you're not playing. I hope you can come home, though, damn. Some of these places, I got to make sure y'all can get home. Fairbanks is home for me. Okay, cool. And keep tapping on screen. I'm watching. I ain't giving no hearts. I'm so mad at y'all right now. No, I love y'all. Come on. Let's keep those hearts going. I appreciate it. Penise, Maldives. Okay, got you. Thank you. Listen, my ego is on check. If I don't know something, I will ask. Maldives. Okay, now you know I got to look that up. Let me write that down. Maldives. I'm messing around. Got a new location to go travel. But yeah, right now it would be Milan for me. Just so I can go have some coffee. I mean, I don't even drink coffee, but just to go to break bread with my friend. My mentor is from Milan. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. South Asia. My daughter's learning Mandarin Chinese, so she would love to go to Asia, but she wants to go to China. So she's in a gifted program where she's learning Mandarin right now in the 3rd grade, and she's on an honor roll, so I'm not mad at her. She keeps talking about how she want to go to China, so I better get used to it because I know a lot of spots in China don't have spots for the big brothers, but I'll make it work. Whatever I got to squeeze in to get her there, not a problem. All right, cool. Let's go. Number 12, guys. Okay, so number 12 in the chat. Let's finish this up, and we're good to go. Number 12. Put a 12 in the chat. Let's move on so we can finish this up. 16 ways to practice self-care. Put a 12 in the chat. And again, if you're new and you want to watch the replay, on my YouTube page is this replay as well as all the replays from all the other shows. Everything that we're covering now will be in my new book, 12 steps to recovering from a toxic relationship. This is one of the 12 steps within. So these steps that I'm giving you are within the 12 steps. This is one of the steps with 12 parts. Okay. Thank you for the 12s, guys. Get a pet. Now, I know that sounds crazy, but a pet can help you with your self-care. I have a dog in there. He's sitting in a cage trying to figure out when I'm going to finish talking so we can play. But a pet can help you. And I'm going to tell you why. A pet allows you to purge some of that energy. You know why? They're going to have the same look. If you treating the pet right, don't be out here abusing your animal now. If you are treating your pet right, when you get up in the morning, they're going to be excited. When you come home at night, they're going to be excited. When y'all go for a walk, they're excited. You will transfer your love to them and back, and they will respond to it. And I'm going to tell you, when you're no pet for me, I want to okay, if it doesn't work, I got you. I got you. And lady, I sent you an email. Did you get the email? Because I didn't hear back from you. So check your email, because I think it was the feedback, what's name, as well as something else. So please let me know if you got that email. But yes, a pet. Sometimes when I'm sitting on the steps just vibing, yes, fish count. My wife loves it. Actually, my wife just lost her fish, and she was very depressed for a little bit, so she's actually going to get new fish. She had took great care of those fish for almost 4 years, and they just didn't make it. So she's got to get new fish for her little 20-gallon tank. But we're looking for a house, and she said to me, I'm getting a 50-gallon tank. And I'm like, okay. And I said, do what you got to do. But yeah, fish definitely count. Anything that you got to take care of. Oh, you did respond. I didn't see the email. I'm sorry. I got to check. Let me check my spam. And if you can, send it again today for me, please. If you can, resend it to me. Because I'm not sure why I didn't get it. I apologize if you did send it. I don't know what's been going on with my email. Because somebody else said they sent me something. It went right to spam. We have 4 dogs. Woo, Lord. Okay. I got a Chihuahua mixed with a Jack Russell. So he's very intelligent, but at the same time aggressive. He ain't even aggressive. He just acts aggressive. And then when you get close to him, he just lay down. I'm like, really, bro? How you going to guard the house? We used to have a Yorkie when we were in New York. He was fantastic. He just got old. But he was fantastic. And actually, I got a picture of him in the playpen with KL when KL was a baby. So KL standing up on the edge, and he was in the playpen. So he had jumped in the playpen to play with her. So both of them are standing with their hands up on the edge of the playpen. And I'm like, how you get in the playpen? And she laughing. And they used to kind of, we have a big king size bed. They literally used to kind of chase each other on the bed. Well, she chased him, and he would just hop all over the place. But Yorkies are fantastic house dogs. My Chihuahua is too, except that sometimes he gets a little ornery. So it's like, no, take your behind back in the cage. But he's cool. He just don't like anybody else. Unfortunately, that's a Chihuahua trait. But okay, so number 12 is get a pet. And I know some of you that may not be into pets. That's okay, because again, take what? 3 rescue, 1 Bernese Mountain Dog. Oh my gosh. These big dogs. How y'all do these big dogs? Man, listen, that's a lot of food. Food cost. All right, so number 12. And you guys that don't have pets, don't feel that you're left out. If it's not for you, that's okay. Take what you need. All right, here we go. And goldfish, okay, real quick, I got to tell you the story. When I was younger, right, my mother, and this is what happens when you have hood parents. So hood parents, please pay attention. My mother called herself getting us a fish tank, right? Okay. My mother set everything up. We had the little dude who sit up and all of that. We had the filter, put the little charcoal, little cotton, all that. We was good. So we had about 15 goldfish. Now, my mother didn't know anything about you only supposed to have so many fish in a certain tank. She ain't care. She's just throwing fish in there. So she brought home these 2 gigantic goldfish, one black, one orange, right? Massive goldfish. I don't even know why my mom bought them, because she wasn't even taking care of them. We were. She drops these 2 behemoths into the tank. Okay, cool. They swimming around, whatever. Nobody paying attention. Get up the next day, and I noticed that we don't have as many goldfish as we had the day before. I said, didn't we have about 15 to 16 goldfish? I think there's only about 12 in here. So my mother goes, get away from that damn tank. Ain't nothing wrong with them fish. And I'm like, Mom, I'm telling you, I don't think all the fish are in there. She was like, boy, take your behind to school and shut up. Okay, cool. I get home, and there's only about 7 goldfish. And I noticed that the 2 bigger goldfish seem a little bit bigger. Yo, by the end of the week, we only had the 2 fish in there with the 2 massive goldfish. Why they eat all the other goldfish? I told my mom, How you bring these two? You brought these two monsters and ate all our fish. And she's staring at the screen talking about, they ate all the damn fish? How you gonna ask a stupid question? There's 2 fish in there. When you brought these 2, there was 16 in there. While my mom was talking about, I'm gonna throw these damn fish away. I said, no, don't throw the fish away. You're gonna kill the fish because you upset at yourself. So you see, my counseling started when I was younger. I was like, Mom, just leave them. We'll take care of the 2 fish, so don't buy no more. She's like, we still should throw them away. I'm like, just calm down. Yes, my wife is the one who showed me a listing of the fish that got along with the fish that she had, and she bought a bunch of different fish, but some didn't sustain. But they said they had short lifestyles, so she actually wants to get the bigger tank because she really got into caring for fish. So you guys that have fish, shout out to all the work you do, because I watch what my wife do and I just get out the way. But I know one thing, and I told her I had a traumatic experience when I was younger with fish, so I don't really do fish tanks well because, as I told you, my little fish story, I needed counseling, but nobody went and took me counseling. Great Spirit, permit of this child to be blessed, healed, and oh, Great Spirit, permit for this child to be blessed, healed. Which child are we talking about, James? Jamie's? Is it Jamie? What child are we talking about? And yes, to clean in the tank, she got like a pump that she can run from where the tank is to what's name, and it's automatic. So she takes the fish out and then cleans the whole thing and everything. So, and she got like floating grass or whatever it is. But that's her thing. I'll leave it alone. All right, here we go. So we got number 12. All right, me. Well, okay, thank you. I appreciate you. I didn't know I needed to revigorate. So what did I need to revigorate it for? I'm good, but I appreciate it. Thank you. I hope that's coming in a positive light. I accept that. Thank you. All right, number 13. Here we go, guys. Here we go. We had catfish. Oh, Lord, catfish. All right, here we go. Number 13. Put a 13 in chat. Let's go. Let's knock out these last 4, and we're good to go, and we're going to start our weekend. All right, here we go. All right, number 13, something that I really love to do and have really got into over the last couple years. I want you to start cooking at home, all right, to take care of yourself. Get into the idea of the prepping of the food, the cooking of the food, and enjoying what you created. Try new items, okay? Cooking at home is a way to care for yourself. Now, by cooking, you are addressing the physical, because of course you're cooking the food that you're going to eat, the mental and emotional, because you're getting into the actual cooking yourself, and then enjoying it, which then helps you spiritually as well as socially, because if you want to invite other people over to come and enjoy your food. But cooking is a form of relaxation, because you're literally starting with nothing or things, and when you're done, you have created a whole meal. If you really get into it, like I have a ton of recipes. Like I just went and ordered some Indian paste that I make. Like they make the butter chicken with, as well as the tiki masala. I have real Jamaican jerk, which I order from a distributor from Jamaica that sells out of Canada. I have Cajun seasonings, regular seasoning. I have a ton, and the reason why is I have fun. I buy whole chickens, and I hate that term, spatchcock, but I spatchcock the chickens and lay them out, and I have some fun with it. So one day I might create Indian flavored chicken, which I did last week, and then it may be, and actually I had to get Greek yogurt and a little lemon, and what's incredible about that, it's really not fattening. Mediterranean style food is very low in calorie, tastes tremendous because of the seasoning. So actually, what did I have? I will tell you the name of it, but yeah, that's something I got into the last 4 years, and I have been having a ball with cooking because it is a way to relax, and I really enjoy it. So a lot of times, because I go to Sam's Club, Patik's or Patak's tandoori paste. That's what I ordered the other day. There it is. Yeah, Patak's tandoori paste, which is a marinade and grill sauce, but I marinated stuff sometimes as long as 24 hours. And depending on the weather, I will go out and cook the chicken on the grill, and it is fantastic. And if you take the paste and you have a little Greek yogurt, add a little bit of lemon, mix it all together, you have now a great marinade. Marinate your whole chicken, save a little bit of it, and then go ahead and put it in the refrigerator. And now you have, for dip if you want to use it, if you want to use naan bread or fajitas, if you want to warm the fajitas up, cut them up. So I have mission fajitas, which I'll cut into triangles, and I'll heat those in the oven, or I'll put those in. I have a top oven on top of the counter, and there you go. So now you have basically a little bit of bread to dip along with your chicken. Fantastic. And the longer you let it marinate, the more this sauce seeps into the chicken itself. Fantastic. And the great part, no calories, next to none. So you can check it out yourself. Patak, P-A-T-A-K-S, tandoori paste. The 11-ounce jar is going to cost you about $13. Okay? But yes, cooking at home. Because again, it takes time. Something that you're getting into. Again, a way to self-care. Remember what I told you about the optimal health. Your physical, your mental, your emotional, and your spiritual and your social. All right, that's number 13. All right, number 14. Put a 14 in the chat. Let's go. We got 3 more and we are done. And we're going to start the weekend. And I just want to say thank you to all of you. We have 40,000 hearts. I love it. Appreciate the likes. So let's go. Come on. Keep those. Don't stop now. We're almost done. Don't y'all stop with those hearts on the side. Don't y'all be like, all right, we gave him enough. No, ain't enough. Let's go. All right, number 14. Here we go. Now, this one is simple. And this one most of you probably already do, but I got to add it to the list. Read a book on self-care for self-care. Read a book on self-care for self-care. Right now, I am currently listening to Eric Thomas. I will give you the title. I download audiobooks. I actually don't get into the physical books much anymore. I love the audiobooks because it allows me to do multiple things while I'm listening, and that helps my ADD. But right now I'm listening to You, Ignite Your Power, Your Purpose, and Your Why. Eric Thomas. I just downloaded that. I got about 4 hours left to finish, but that is a good one. All right? You, Ignite Your Power, Your Purpose, and Your Why by Eric Thomas. That is what I'm reading now. But number 14, read a book on self-care for self-care. Thank you, Nancy. I appreciate you. Do not hesitate to allow the words of somebody else to help you. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. All you have to do is act on some of the things that you research. The list that I just gave you. You don't have to go out and do it. I did the work for you. Yes, Audible. As much as I travel or when I'm sitting in the office, when I'm getting progress reports done, Audible, I love it. I got a ton. I have a membership, so I get a new book every month, and I got the 1619 Project is the next one I'm going to start, but it's a bigger read. But I read everything. Plus, I'm a comic junkie, and the comics that I can download on Audible are fantastic because they have the sound effects and everything. Makes the listening so much better. All right, that's number 14. We got 2 left, guys. Are y'all ready? We're going to finish this up strong. Shout out to Ellie for coming back after breaking out this morning. Love it, love it, love it. All right, here we go. Y'all ready? Number 15. Put 15s in the chat. Let's go. Who's still with me? Got about 14 people here. I love it. Let's go. Put a 15 in the chat, guys. We're going to finish up strong. Let's go. Nancy with a 15. Come on, let's go. Put those 15s up. There we go. There we go. Okay, here we go. Now, this one is super, super important. I had to learn this one here. Schedule your self-care time on your calendar, right? Schedule your self-care time on your calendar ahead of time. And then you guard your calendar with your life. Create your self-care time. All right? Let me say it again. Schedule your self-care time on your calendar. And then you guard your calendar with your life. Because your self-care time is your time. It is your time for you to do you. My self-care time, Wednesday mornings, I go bowling. I don't schedule nothing. I ain't taking no meetings. That time when I'm bowling is my time for me just to relax and do me. I do not work the weekends. The only way I will work on the weekend if there's an emergency and a person says, I really need to talk to you. Is that possible? And depending on who the client is, okay. I will schedule a session on a Saturday evening or Sunday evening to help if they're really in a bad place. But Saturday and Sunday is my time and my family time. That is my bowling time, my travel time, my family time, just to hang out time, just to veg out and just do nothing time. But no, I don't work the weekends. And I make sure I take at least a couple of days to myself. I work hard during the week for whoever I'm working for. And I work for myself. So whatever clients need me, they get 100%. When I get to this time right here, let me see. I don't think I have anything after today, I believe. Let me just double check. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I be so in my zone, I be forgetting. Let me see what I got today. Yeah. I don't have any session because that person is rescheduling today. So this is it. I am actually off for the weekend. I am good. I don't work again until Monday, and then Monday, I literally have like 4 or 5 counseling sessions. But it's okay. It's part of the game. So, schedule your self-care time and then guard your calendar. Okay? All right. Here we go. Put those hearts up. Last one. Last one. Number 16. Put a 16 in the chat. We have reached this long list. And I know the list was longer than the other ones, but I thought it was very important. So forgive me if I took y'all all the way around the mulberry bush and back. But put a 16 in the chat. Let's finish this up strong. Put a 16 up. Here we go. Come on. Okay. Take time off of social media. Take time off of social media. And then when you come back, protect yourself from what you view when you return. Number 16. Thank you, Heaven. Number 16, take time off of social media, and when you come back, protect yourself from what you view when you return. Sometimes we have to disconnect from social media just to rebalance ourselves, reboot. But when we come back, protect yourself from what you come back to. There's a lot of drama on all the apps, not just TikTok, all the apps. Be careful that you don't get sucked into it as an outside observer, so much so that it starts to affect you, where people go, no, I'm bought in now. I'm vested, almost like a reality show. Don't do it. Don't do it. So disconnect from time to time. Once or twice a month, just disconnect. Take a day or two off where you don't bother with any type of social media activity. But when you return, protect yourself from what you return to. From what you view. It is very important because what you view affects the way that you think, which then affects the way that you feel. It can affect how you are socially, and it can affect how you are spiritually. Very important. Very, very important. Okay? So, guys, that is the list. I will run through them real quick, all 16. I'm not going to discuss them, but I'll run through all 16. And then I will gladly answer any questions, and then I'm going to jump off and start my weekend. But before I do any of that, one, I want to give a big shout out to Ellie, who comes in, to Nancy, who was filling in too, and to all of you. I appreciate all of you. It is never about the numbers of people who come in. It's about the interaction with the people who are here. Too often I see people say, I'm not going to talk until I get to a certain numbers. So why you hold the people hostage? Talk to who's there. Because I've learned this if I haven't learned anything else in my time on social media. Your whole life could change by connecting to one person. That song is Make It All Right. Not Like This by Calvin Richardson. This one right here you're talking about, Ellie, I want to make sure. Hold on a second. This song right here. If it's this song, it's Not Like This by Calvin Richardson. So I just want to say thank you because, again, you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you were here with me. And this is what I do. And everything here is going to be going into the book. So, all right. So with that said, all right, I'm going to play this last song, and then we're going to get ready to get out of here. And then I will answer any questions. So while the song is on, if you have any questions, put them in the chat. I'll answer them. Music Soul Child, who knows? But if you have any questions, just throw it in the chat. And again, I want to say thank you. Thank you for the purple hearts. Let's give Ellie those purple hearts. Come on, guys. If you're new here, let's give yourselves purple hearts for interacting with me, because you could have been anywhere in the world. Give yourself purple hearts. Let's flood the chat with a lot of purple hearts. Come on. Thank you. And yes, let's give those purple hearts to Nancy as well. Come on. Nancy did a tremendous job today. Actually, all of you did great today, but shout out to Nancy for rocking, also for putting the list up as we went. So here's the list. Let me go over it while we're talking. Number 1 was get regular exercise, just 30 minutes. Number 2 was eat healthy and have regular meals and stay hydrated. Let me turn this down a little bit. There we go. I'm sorry. Number 3, make sleep a priority. Number 4, take care of yourself by getting organized. Number 5, try a relaxing activity. That's for you nasty people. Do whatever makes you relaxed. Number 6, set goals and priorities. Number 7, practice gratitude. Number 8, focus on positivity. Number 9, stay connected to positive people and organizations. Keep tapping that screen, guys. Number 10, say no to others and say yes to your self-care. Number 11, take a self-care trip. Number 12, get a pet who can help you with your self-care. Number 13, cook at home to care for yourself. Get into the idea of prep, cooking, and enjoying what you created. Try new items. Number 14, read a book on self-care for self-care. Number 15, schedule your self-care time and then guard your calendar. And number 16 of the 16 ways to care for yourself is take time off of social media. And when you return, protect yourself from what you view. That is important. And these 16, I am sure everybody here in the chat can find something on this list of 16 to help them with their self-care. But if you need professional counseling, I am here. All my information is in the chat. In my profile. But now what I want to ask you before I jump off, again, I want to have a private viewing. If you want to join me in the private viewing, you're definitely welcome. Put a yes in the chat if you would join me, because I'm going to basically put the information out because I don't want you to miss it. So I'll probably present it in here first. But if you want to join me for a private viewing of the revealing of my new cover to my new book, 12 Steps to Recovering from a Toxic Relationship, please put yes if you would join me in a private Zoom room. That way you can bring the wine. For me, it is Stella Rosso Black or Stella Rosso Red. That's what I would be drinking. It is going to be a private viewing, so we're not going to have no trolls, and you got to put your email address to get in, and we're not doing that because we want to be able to allow Ellie to come and have some wine and not have to moderate. We want her to be able to relax and jump into the chat as well because she be working hard. But yes, bring your wine glass. Stella Rosso Black, Stella Rosso Red, Stella Rosso Berry. I had the blueberry. It was all right, but I like the red or the black myself. But whatever you might be sipping on, or if you smoking on something, that's on you. I don't smoke anymore since 1987. Oh, my God, 35 years ago. But if that's your thing, spark up. As long as you can control yourself. I don't want you in the boxes yelling and screaming because I will mute you. Yeah, Stella Rosso. Yes, I will mute you if you get sideways in the Zoom room. You start acting a fool because you can't handle your smoke. And just because the weed is called loud don't mean you got to get loud. We will mute you. Don't make that happen, but we're good. But it'll be an opportunity to hang out. I drank later. But yes, the wine glasses will be there, and I will let y'all see the cover that you guys voted on here and other what's the name? Okay, if you rolling, ain't nothing wrong with that. Listen, we don't look down on anybody's libation. Whatever works for you, as long as you can handle it. Now, if you smoking and all of a sudden clothes is coming off, we got to get you up out of there. You can't, because some of y'all be drinking forget you on Zoom. Like, we ain't doing that. But definitely, and the reason why I'm doing it this way is because you guys have entertained me as well as come here to support what I do. And I think you can smoke. There you go. Listen, you're open to smoke. If cigarettes is your thing, do your thing. It is no judgment here. But the reason why I'm doing it this way is because I feel it's only right with the fact that I'm going over all the things that'll be in the book, and you guys have been showing up on the Fridays, that I present the first look at the cover to y'all. So really Stella Rosa Peach, I got to try that one. Somebody else told me that is good as well. And yeah, my Keith K.L. Belvin on all platforms. You can find me on all platforms, but my YouTube is Keith K.L. Belvin. Just put in Keith K.L. Belvin, you'll find it. But yeah, because y'all are going to get to see the cover, any feedback, and the book itself will probably be ready. I'm shooting for, I'm looking at May, but it's probably going to be June. And the reason why I was going to make sure, because I own my own publishing company, so I'll be publishing my book. I don't have to go through anybody to do anything. But I want to give myself time to be able to put the links out there for everybody that wants to support. And of course, you guys, I'm going to need you guys to share and put the information out there, because the book is a direct reflection of my counseling. So it's going to give you all the things that we talk about in here, but it's going to be in a book so you have it as well as a playlist of all the different music. So this way, if you want to go and look at some of the music that I listen to, you can do that as well. The goal, and there's going to be a course where now, just like you heard me talking here, but there'll be a course available where you can actually sit down, go through each of the steps of the book. There'll be a couple of questions at the end, only 3 or 4, but a way to help you now start to make it make sense in your life. So that's the other part too. So there's going to be a course connected to the book as well. The other thing that I'm working on down the line, and again, is some ways from that, I'm going to start a private community. And the reason why I want to eventually move away from the apps being in control of what we say, how we do things, to a private community where we can post and talk to each other on a regular. This way the information can be given directly, and we bring people to us that need assistance or need to get with like-minded folks and be able to build a solid professional community based on trying to build each other up. But that's what I'm trying to create. And in this way, we won't need the weekly TikToks. It'll be inside the community where it'll be weekly Zoom meetings where we are literally talking to each other directly, because I want to be able to interact with all of you. And the few of you that have signed up for counseling with me, I look forward to working with you. I am so glad that some of you have taken me up on my offer to show up and hired me as a counselor, and I'm looking forward to helping you. So I am definitely interested in that. And so, again, everything that I do is designed to help others. I've been on social media since 1994. There's nothing, all you have to do is do a Google search for me. I'm not some cat that just came on and just said, ooh, let me try to leverage TikTok. No, I'm good. I don't need to listen. What's my numbers? I think I got about 7,500, whatever. I'm not worried about that. Do a Google search. You will see who I am. You will see my poetry. Oh, hold on. Wait. I was asked to do a poem. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. I almost forgot that. Can't end it. I like to. All right, let's go. Let me see. We're going to go with something. Okay. This is this is a long one. No, that's a little erotic. I don't know if I'm going to read that one. That's the PG 13 one right there. All right, hold on a second. Let me give y'all something. I read the other one from. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right. I got one for you. Hope you like it, because I've read a couple of my other pieces before, but this one is called That Smile. Okay. All right, here we go. And this is from my book, A Man in Transition. My publishing website, my books and everything is in my link tree if you go to my what's name. So this is a short one. I'll end it on this one here. Hope you guys like it. Okay. It's called That Smile. All you did was invite me in with that smile, and I wonder, can I hold up? The essence of your body and soul captivated and sedated me. I am powerless from the notion of being in your thoughts. It has moved me to heights never reached in all of my dreams. The feeling of your glance is like the warmth from a sunlit summer morning. We have bonded, and you haven't even touched me. The tranquil serenity of your voice caressed my heart. My words get tangled when attempting to utter your name to others who will listen to my babbling. How did I become this lucky to have you and be accepted into your space? Who knew that a momentary look could shake a person's soul and spirit? You are the reason I stand here waiting for more of who you appear to be. Can I be the man that worships the artwork God has created? Am I truly worthy of sharing a being as wonderful as you? Your beauty is a testament to a legacy that was yours long before you drew a single breath. Each intense thought firing in my brain sends word throughout my body that God is real. All you did was invite me in with a smile, and I wonder if I can hold up. That Smile by K.L. Belvin. And that was one of my poems. And so, yes. All right, let me see. Yep. That is one that is in the book. Okay. Thank you. I have not, you know what's funny is I haven't written any poetry Oh my gosh, when's the last poem I wrote? 2014? 2015? Man, I haven't written any poetry in a minute. Yeah, it's been a while. But yeah, this is the first book written 2007. I published it in 2008. And actually it's a collection of poems that I had written before that. And I had written this one. And then I created a poetry anthology. So 10 other poets and myself. It's called Wordplay. And then I published what's name? All right. I'll give you one more if you want one more. It's up to y'all. I'll give you one more and then I'm going to shut it down for the weekend. So y'all tell me. Put a 1 in the chat if you'd like me to give you one more. Because I haven't read any of my poetry in so long. I actually enjoy it. Put a 1 in the chat if you want me to read one more. I got you. Okay. All right. Come on. Okay. Come on. Okay. Gotcha. All right. This one is called My Goddess. And again, I, as a man who enjoys the company of women, I am happily married. But my focus is on the inside of a man. Oh, you can get it on my website or anywhere books are sold. But if you go to my link tree and just click on my publishing website, Braven Publishing, you can get it directly from my website. And if you get it from my website, then you'll probably get a copy from me that I can sign. If not, you can get it anywhere books are sold. All right, this one's called My Goddess. All right? And again, it's because I love the idea of love. I know that may sound corny, so please forgive me. But I think if more men would express how they really feel about women, I think things would change. And I think men are so worried about how other men judge them that they're scared to let the expression out. I ain't never been scared. You can call me a simp, whatever you want. I just know how I feel, so I put it down on paper. Here we go. This one's called My Goddess. How do you calm a raging fire? You find a way to douse the flames from all angles. The pains that I have seem to become calm when talking to you, my goddess. How do you help a person with deathly fear? You slowly show them there is nothing to be scared of by placing yourself in its path and act like a bridge for that person to walk across. The fears I have, my goddess, you have reached out and extended yourself as a buffer from the pain I hold. How do you teach someone to trust again? You show them there is nothing hidden from them when you are talking to them. My issues with trust, my goddess, you have asked me to let go so that you can hold and heal my tattered heart. How do you find the Lord when you have wandered around blindly? You drop to your knees and ask the Lord to show you the way home again and let him plant the pathway in your heart and mind. My goddess, you have crossed my path and now you walk alongside of me and at the same time asking to help me with directions to things I've since lost. How do you recover from a mistake of epic proportions? You lift yourself up and fight to get back into the game as if there's no tomorrow and remain focused on what will be, not the what has been. The errors I have made and the pain that I have caused, you, my goddess, have asked to step in and fight that fight alongside of me when need be in front of me. Your light reignites my own. How do you know whom to choose when faced with many who want you? You close your eyes and let your heart guide your actions. As I live this life, I am told what can be done to me, for me by so many. But you, my goddess, say, I am what you need me to be. So, my goddess, I offer this. Allow me to move as the mortal that I am. Learn as the mortal that I am. Enjoy the gifts as the mortal man that I am. This will allow me to grow, to become the God that is needed by you, my goddess. My Goddess by Keith K.L. Belvin. I written that one in 2006, over 17 years ago. So again, A Man in Transition by K.L., that is me, right there. I used to be called K.L. the Writer. And here's the crazy part. I'm going to let y'all in on a secret. In this book are the only places that you will find my erotic poetry. I used to be an erotic poet. And I used to write erotic stories. And the only place that you will find any remnant of that erotica is in chapter 6 of this book. Now, if you were to get the book, don't just turn to chapter 6 because you nasty. But read the rest, because I wrote this book to show you as the man that I had become now, and I lead you back to the man that I used to be. But this is the only place that some, not all of my erotic stuff, only a few, can actually be read. I have a whole collection of erotic stories that somebody says that I should release under a pseudonym, but I'm not sure yet. So that's the thing there. I actually talk about it. For there to be true transition, there has to be a point from which you start. This is where I was before the Lord saved me. This man will never see the light of day. This man was in love with the physical aspects of what he could get from a woman. I am ashamed and sad for this man. He was a man that didn't love himself, so there was no way he could love another. I am elated the Lord saved me and changed that man. Now, here we have a section that I wasn't comfortable with adding to the book. As you prepare to read this section, first let me just say this, and I want to say this loudly, that this is who I used to be. This was the type of man that I was before I started to change. I was a man that chased women for one purpose, a physical purpose. I couldn't make a move towards a woman without having some type of motive in mind to get between her legs, to get inside her pocketbook, whatever it was going to take to get me. Whatever I wanted, I was a misogynist. I hated myself as I was unhappy with myself, so of course I hated women. So some people ask, you were hating women? Yes, I was hating women. And I was hating women because I didn't know how to see them as a person. I saw them as an object, a plaything. And when you see something, a plaything, you treat it with such disrespect. So just like kids on Christmas, they play with certain toys and the other ones like they didn't even exist. That's just part. Yeah, that's the start of chapter 6. But I'm not going to read you any of the erotic stuff. I don't want none of y'all jumping off TikTok and then rushing into the room and your husband going, what the hell was you listening to? But that is the introduction to chapter 6. That is why it's at the back. So do not turn to the back. But if you are interested in getting a copy, actually I don't think I have too many here in the house. You would have to get it from, you can order from my website. I'll order from my printer. I think I'm not sure how many I have here. Yeah, I used to be an erotic storyteller, an erotic poet, and I realized that I had to make changes and I had to let some things go, and that was one of them. I decided that trying to manipulate people's bodies for my pleasure was not where my mindset was. So 18 years ago, it was time to change. And you have to let things go if you're going to be a different you. Let me say that to any of you that are still here. If you want to become the new you, then there are things, even if they were pleasurable, you have to let go. And you got to be okay without them. And you have to learn to replace them with things that are going to bring you joy. Maybe not on that physical joy that you got from that, but the emotional and spiritual joy that you'll get from being in a new position will grant you the physical joy that you gave up. But it's going to take some time. I've been the new me for 18 years, but for 37, I was the old me, and I was very good at being the old me. Now I can't even imagine going back to being that dude because I don't know how I would be able to deal with myself. Now, I got some people that was there with me who are still here with me now, and thank God that our friendship was able to see past all that. And I am blessed that I have those people in my life because I need those people who can have those conversations with me about what I used to be, because they also remind me of how far I've come. And I need that sometimes. It's not that I doubt myself, but I do like when somebody says, Keith, I like what you've become, because it just reminds me to keep pushing. Because please understand that any one of us can go back to a negative position if we allow ourselves. I'm not allowing myself. So I just wanted to say that. And again, I am great. Thank you so much. I am great. But I'm getting ready to jump off, guys. So, again, I want all of you to have a wonderful weekend. Please be safe. All right? I'm going to get ready to get off. Thank you so much. Any feedback will be appreciated. If you want to see today's show, just go over to my YouTube page, watch the replay. Shout out to Ellie again. And I will see you guys soon when we jump on this Zoom call so you guys can see the new cover. Have a blessed weekend. Thank you so much, Brands. Appreciate you. Have a good one. Ellie, Sarah, Dem, everybody, thank you so much. Shout out to Brands. Shout out to Sarah. Shout out to Ellie. Shout out to Dem. Shout out to Foxy. Shout out to Leslie. Shout out to Lady. Shout out to Nancy. Shout out to Divine, who was here earlier. Again, shout out to Lily. Shout out to Heaven. Got you. Shout out to Heaven. Let me see who else. Let me get everybody in here. Hold on a second. There we go. Got you, got you, got you. That's Breathing, I think that is. Yep, shout out to Breathing. Shout out to Sam. Let me see who else I got here. Go back and just say what's up. Shout out again, I got Nancy. Shout out to Nancy. Shout out to Latia. All right. Shout out to A-Ben. Got you. Let's see. Make sure I got everybody. Shout out to Jamie. Shout out to Lou, who ran up in here and just threw a rock and broke out. Shout out to Lou for coming in. And I said shout out to Divine. We got Divine too. I love the fact that they offered some clarity to some of the things I was saying. I have no problem with that. Shout out to Den. Appreciate you. Let me see. I think that's everybody. No. Let me see who we got here. Shout out to Angie. Mr. Angie. Got you. All right. That's as far as the chat is going to let me go. So if I missed anybody, it's because the chat won't let me go all the way back. But I definitely want to say thank you to everybody. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful weekend, guys. I'll see you next Friday, God willing, because as soon as I get off with you next Friday, I'm heading to Virginia for a bowling tournament for the weekend. So I'm on the road as soon as I get off. So we'll probably have a hard stop at 1:30. So I'll try to get everything in. Next week, we are talking about staying grounded in your right now. Staying grounded in your right now. How to stay grounded in your right now to keep yourself from looking back. All right? How to stay focused. Thank you, guys. God bless. Appreciate you too, Foxy. Thank you for everything.